We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride on my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
We long suffering, that mean we patient. We recovering. Awake the nation, change your mind, transformation. Present God's lost presentation. Only way you get salvation. Christ gave us the demonstration. I ain't Haitian, I ain't black. I am Israel, that's a fact. My spirit bear witness, I'm dismissing Christmas. Encounter a Christian, God's work up with quickness, reviving the sickness. Asking for patience and asking forgiveness. I'm doing His business until it's the finish. His work keep me driven, His goodness He giving. Hey, hey, hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride on my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Build up your patience, hear out the words that I'm speaking in cadence. I just opened up the book of the truth, flipping the pages looking for salvation. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been busy converting my mind. The Most High is showing you wonders and signs. Seek out the wisdom and surely you'll find the key to the gates of the greatest of times. Yeah. The Spirit on me while I'm rhyming these rhymes. Turn from your sin and repent of your crimes. Endure to the end, keep your faith and you're fine.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride on my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Hey. Hey.
Hey. We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride on my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
We long suffering, that mean we patient. We recovering. Awake the nation, change your mind, transformation. Present God's lost presentation. Only way you get salvation. Christ gave us the demonstration. I ain't Haitian, I ain't black. I am Israel, that's a fact. My spirit bear witness, I'm dismissing Christmas. Encounter a Christian, God's work up with quickness, reviving the sickness. Asking for patience and asking forgiveness. I'm doing His business until it's the finish. His work keep me driven, His goodness He giving. Hey, hey, hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride on my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Build up your patience, hear out the words that I'm speaking in cadence. I just opened up the book of the truth, flipping the pages looking for salvation. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been busy converting my mind. The Most High is showing you wonders and signs. Seek out the wisdom and surely you'll find the key to the gates of the greatest of times. Yeah. The Spirit on me while I'm rhyming these rhymes. Turn from your sin and repent of your crimes. Endure to the end, keep your faith and you're fine.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride on my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Hey. Hey.
Hey. We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride on my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
We long suffering, that mean we patient. We recovering. Awake the nation, change your mind, transformation. Present God's lost presentation. Only way you get salvation. Christ gave us the demonstration. I ain't Haitian, I ain't black. I am Israel, that's a fact. My spirit bear witness, I'm dismissing Christmas. Encounter a Christian, God's work up with quickness, reviving the sickness. Asking for patience and asking forgiveness. I'm doing His business until it's the finish. His work keep me driven, His goodness He giving. Hey, hey, hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Build up your patience, hear out the words that I'm speaking in cadence. I just opened up the book of the truth, flipping the pages, looking for salvation. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been busy converting my mind. The Most High is showing you wonders and signs. Seek out the wisdom and surely you'll find the key to the gates of the greatest of times. Yeah. The Spirit on me while I'm rhyming these rhymes. Turn from your sin and repent of your crimes. Endure to the end, keep your faith and you're fine.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Hey. Hey.
Hey. We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
We long suffering, that mean we patient. We recovering. Awake the nation, change your mind, transformation. Present God's lost presentation. Only way you get salvation. Christ gave us the demonstration. I ain't Haitian, I ain't black. I am Israel, that's a fact. My spirit bear witness, I'm dismissing Christmas. Encounter a Christian, God's work up with quickness, reviving the sickness. Asking for patience and asking forgiveness. I'm doing His business until it's the finish. His work keep me driven, His goodness He giving. Hey, hey, hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Build up your patience, hear out the words that I'm speaking in cadence. I just opened up the book of the truth, flipping the pages, looking for salvation. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been busy converting my mind. The Most High is showing you wonders and signs. Seek out the wisdom and surely you'll find the key to the gates of the greatest of times. Yeah. The Spirit on me while I'm rhyming these rhymes. Turn from your sin and repent of your crimes. Endure to the end, keep your faith and you're fine.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Hey. Hey.
Hey. We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
We long suffering, that mean we patient. We recovering. Awake the nation, change your mind, transformation. Present God's lost presentation. Only way you get salvation. Christ gave us the demonstration. I ain't Haitian, I ain't black. I am Israel, that's a fact. My spirit bear witness, I'm dismissing Christmas. Encounter a Christian, God's work up with quickness, reviving the sickness. Asking for patience and asking forgiveness. I'm doing His business until it's the finish. His work keep me driven, His goodness He giving. Hey, hey, hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride, yo, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Build up your patience, hear out the words that I'm speaking in cadence. I just opened up the book of the truth, flipping the pages, looking for salvation. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been busy converting my mind. The Most High is showing you wonders and signs. Seek out the wisdom and surely you'll find the key to the gates of the greatest of times. Yeah. The spirit on me while I'm rhyming these rhymes. Turn from your sin and repent of your crimes. Endure to the end, keep your faith and you're fine.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride, yo, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient. We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride, yo, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
We long suffering, that mean we patient. We recovering. Awake the nation, change your mind, transformation. Present God's lost presentation. Only way you get salvation. Christ gave us the demonstration. I ain't Haitian, I ain't black. I am Israel, that's a fact. My spirit bear witness, I'm dismissing Christmas. Encounter a Christian, God's work up with quickness, reviving the sickness. Asking for patience and asking forgiveness. I'm doing His business until it's the finish. His work keep me driven, His goodness He giving. Hey, hey, hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride, yo, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Build up your patience, hear out the words that I'm speaking in cadence. I just opened up the book of the truth, flipping the pages, looking for salvation. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been busy converting my mind. The Most High is showing.
Have no idea what the truth is. That's why we're out here, to give you the truth. Psalms chapter 119 verse 142. Read. Psalms chapter 119 and verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Welcome to Patient Saints Radio. To my right, I have
Bishop Nathaniel.
Deacon, y'all, what's up?
Deacon Malachi.
Captain Amaziah.
Captain REA.
Captain OC.
Captain Matabas. Captain, you did.
Officer Carmella, I thank y'all for letting me come back. I appreciate you.
Hey. Brothers, introduce yourselves.
Brother Yaasiel.
Officer Jeremiah.
Officer Lemuel Ephraim.
Damn,
Lemuel Ephraim.
Damn.
It's a full panel, Deke.
Yeah, hey, we got some heavy hitters, like always.
All praise.
Like always, man. We got full house today. You should see.
Right?
You got a full house. We're gonna show you guys the end of the show. We got a full house.
Live studio audience, D.
Yeah. Yes, we got a live studio audience, man. We got a lot of officers here today.
We should start selling tickets, man.
Damn.
Make the school some money.
$2 a
right?
plate.
Are you saying we gotta start selling tickets $2 to be on the show?
Yeah, look at all these people back here, man. Like, you know,
I want to charge those single blooders.
Oh, eartime.
Yeah, I want to
Eartime.
charge these single brothers who come here to find a wife.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, you gotta pay. You gotta pay to find a wife. Maybe you know what?
That's a
Maybe
good
if
idea,
they pay
man.
to find a wife, they will take it more seriously.
Oh, well, that's gonna be a doctor.
You're right. Maybe they come with a haircut this time. Or
Maybe,
something like
yeah.
that. Maybe they lotion up, get the
Hey,
elbows
put
right.
put the camera on the street single victims.
They gonna have a video of Bishop Nathaniel selling sisters and brothers on YouTube tomorrow.
Auction block.
Look. They're selling them. They're selling them.
Look what these Negroes doing now.
They
Told you they ain't right.
sex trafficking. That's
They sex trafficking these brothers. So, who do we have here? State your name.
So, sisters, we got 3 single brothers today. We got an older brother because the sister said when we're going to bring an older brother. So, we bring an older brother and 2 young men. So, brothers, why don't you tell us? Huh? And one Northern Kingdom.
We even got Northern Kingdom for you sisters. You know
Remember,
what I'm
it's
saying?
supposed to come in. It's supposed to come in the last hour. The last hour means 4 o'clock when the business closed.
When the work is done.
4:45.
He's supposed to come at no. You know how you go to work 9 to 5.
Yeah.
He coming at 4:50, 55.
See you wiping it down.
When
We
you're about
to
to
close.
punch out, he show up.
I did a full day's work, boss.
And then he got the nerve to tell Christ, "Oh, I want the same amount, just like them who've been here for 8 hours."
He get the same. He get the same.
Christ said, "Okay, give him the same." And Judah is mad as hell. Judah is mad as hell.
And he already light skinned.
Judah's like, "I've been here all day. I've been here all day." He just show up in closing hours.
Right.
He want the same paycheck? Hell no.
What's wrong with Deacon Malachi?
I don't know, man. He got things on his mind.
Why don't you start with you?
Damn, who's you?
Give us your name, your age, why the hell you
camp.
here, how the hell you got here?
I'm Officer Lemuel Ephraim from Jacksonville. I'm originally from New York, Brooklyn. I'm here to find me a wife. I'm 35, no kids, no STD, got good credit.
He got credit.
Brooklyn is in the house, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
He got good credit.
He got good credit.
He clean, he healthy.
That brother is funny, man.
He said,
all I
my
heard was
stick
no
ain't sick and I
STD.
got
Yeah, he
money.
said no
See, I
STDs.
got
Other
no
brothers
STDs.
are shaking their head like, damn, how we
Damn.
gonna compete
Yeah.
against this?
Shouldn't have let him go first.
He come right away and say, "I got no STD."
So they got medication for what I got. Don't worry about it.
Damn.
Yo,
So he clean. Sister, that's a clean brother right
man,
there.
that's no filter.
Hey, he clean and he
Lord,
light skinned.
man. Damn. Oh, Lord.
How you gonna compete with that?
Yep.
Next brother.
Uh-oh.
Come on now.
Shalom, I'm Officer Jeremiah from Jacksonville, Florida.
Look
Got
in
my
the
own
camera.
place. Got a good job.
How old are you?
29.
Okay. Can you look in the camera? Yeah. Look in the camera.
29. From Jacksonville, Florida. Got my own place. Got my own job. Got no STDs. I ain't got the monster. I ain't got a plague.
That's the standard.
I ain't got no kids.
What do
I'm
you
looking
do?
for a wife.
What do you do?
I'm a software developer, software engineer.
He got a career.
Hold it now.
He can press the right
They
button.
didn't hear the last word that he said. He said software developer, right?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
then
sir.
you hit him with what?
Software engineer.
Sisters, that's dollars right there.
App for that.
Hey, that's that stability right there. That's a stable man right here.
stability.
That's right. That's
Officer,
right.
develop a STD app. Make it real easy for them. Put their finger.
I work on
Put
that.
their finger on the little thumbprint thing, and you got them.
I work on that.
See, I'm smart.
You see the engineering students in the colleges, university. They walk with those drafting tubes. Everybody just knew they stuff, man.
Yep.
They just look smart with a T-square and all that. Can't mess with them.
Sharp. Yeah.
All
sharp.
praise, all praise.
Billy Clubhouses.
And who do we have here?
My name is Brother My name is Brother Yasiel. I'm 66. In very good shape. Never had an STD.
Never.
Been around. I'm a sincere brother looking for a sister that is for real.
There you go.
No nonsense. Not here to play any games.
Tell it like it is.
Hold it a little closer to you, because they need to get them vibes in their ears, man. You dropping some some jewels on them. You don't want that stuff to get lost in the airwaves. You want it to hit the eardrums.
Absolutely. Looking for a no-nonsense sister, but she has to have a sense of humor.
Okay.
Some wit about her, and looking for a sister who's quick.
Damn. Oh, damn.
She doesn't have to be smart, but she has to be quick. Willing to learn.
There you go.
Be in a position to regenerate in terms of being able to receive instruction.
We got a good group today. That's real Judah right here. That's old school Judah.
I told you about this old school. I told you about this old school Judah.
Not the millennial Judah. Not millennial.
Tell you about this old school Judah.
Hey, I'm going to tell y'all something else, too, because my brother said that he was how old?
66.
So what we got to realize is that in order for brothers, and especially in this climate that we're living in now, a lot of brothers get taken off the scene pretty early in life. If you get up to the age of 50, 60, 70, you start getting up in them numbers, that means that's a level of wisdom that you have. It takes some wisdom to be able to get old.
Right. Make it this far.
So think about that.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Think about that. Yeah, talk about something that old. No, it takes some wisdom to get there.
To get there.
Think about that.
So where you want sisters to send their photos after we talk on this? When they send
Hey, where does sister got to send the photos?
Nigga send it to the Facebook page.
I think I only got a sister for the second brother.
The IUIC Atlanta Facebook page.
Wait a minute. What do you mean got a sister for him? She got a job?
She got a job.
Hey, wait. Did the sister got to have a job?
Yes, she got to have a job. You got to say it on the microphone.
Say it on the mic, because they'll claim they didn't hear that.
I got a dark chocolate sister for him.
Does she have a job?
She have a job. She got everything done.
All right.
She's a nurse.
She good to go? Okay.
You don't want a ball and chain.
No, sir.
You want somebody that's going to bring something to the table. Ephraim,
She's
what
single,
about you?
young, no kids.
You want a ball and chain, sister?
Absolutely not.
Somebody help Benjamin. He's nervous. He's spilled his water.
He's Judah, but
She got to start with a job for sure.
She got to have a job.
You see the wisdom? You see the wisdom of the elder brother? He knew right away he needed some tissue to soak that water up.
That's wisdom right there.
That's wisdom right there, because that could just mess his whole game up. He said,
Damn,
take care of you
Benjamin didn't know that.
No, that's Judah, bitch.
Oh, okay.
He like my software.
Damn. All praise, all praise.
All right.
So as the pot turns up, it's coming. What's his name?
What's your name? Say your name again. Say it in the mic.
Ya'asiel.
So Ya'asiel. So the sister that you're interested in, does she have to have a job?
Preferably, but she doesn't have to, as long as she has energy.
Okay, she needs to be
Energy.
breathing. She needs a pulse.
He wants to still alive for a couple more years. Three good years.
Right.
So don't bring her around to my side.
I just need 3 good years.
You know my right hip.
I work out several times a week, so she.
So there you go, right there.
All praise.
So you need to have more than 3.
Oh yeah, she gotta have more than just a pulse. She gotta be up there.
Yeah.
And I'm not too deemed on how she looks. Of course, all men like a good-looking woman. There's women like good-looking men. But her spirit has to
Talking
be
to Mike. Talking to Mike.
The sister's spirit has to be intact. She has to be in this movement. She has to be in IUIC 100%.
A serious woman.
So she have to be able to show up at your funeral at least.
Damn. Wait, let me ask this. So she gotta be able to burn the fat, I'll take it.
Absolutely. Or have already burned the fat.
Okay, good. So sisters, if you got an attitude, you don't want to burn your fat, you don't call, you don't send no photo, you just stay and do you.
Why everybody say I'm mean when I say she have to show at his funeral?
You just mean.
He's about to die.
Oh man.
Deacon, you mean, man.
He need 3 good years after he's about to die.
Leave him alone, D.
I didn't say it. That's what Mosai said. He give us 70 years.
Damn.
Isn't that what Mosai said?
He said maybe 80.
That's right.
Damn, dude. Now you made me forget I was going to ask these brothers. Oh, good credit, brother, Ephraim. So you got your own house?
Yes, sir.
House?
I don't say a house. I got an apartment.
Okay.
So, I ain't buying nothing yet.
But you're going to buy one.
Yours will.
Well, suggesting you buy your house before you get married. Unless you try to lay claim to something. Get your own house first.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Dang.
hey, Benjamin. What
Your
you
brother hear that? Bishop
That's
say,
some good advice.
buy your own house first before you get married.
Yes.
Make sure her name is not under the damn house.
She going to take it.
She's
Benjamin,
gonna be
what
like,
about you?
this is my house, nigga.
My house.
I got my apartment. I'm looking to buy a house right now.
Oh, so you got stash.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, all praise. See that, sisters?
He got stacks.
All right, which one of you brothers, tell the sisters, which one of you brothers is crazy?
Don't lie.
Don't lie. Let's go.
All right, brothers at the end. Do you have... I'm talking to you?
Yeah,
What
you
the
at
hell?
the end.
He said brothers. So
I said the brother at the end,
Okay.
he look at it around like he's not at the end. My question to you is this. How long you been in Israel?
About 5 years.
5 years. You an officer of what?
10.
So 10. Should have been.
Yeah.
Should have been 20 by now.
Should have been 20 by now. But do you have any anger issue? Anger problem?
I won't say problems, but I do get angry because it's foolishness. So I do get angry.
What
So to say
happens
I
when
don't
you get angry?
They buck 50 people.
Do you punch
No.
women in the face?
Nah, I don't punch nobody. Ain't nobody getting choked. Ain't no
Did you
violence.
punch the wall?
No.
Are you a violent brother?
No.
You keep razor blades under your tongue.
He might be guilty. He from Brownsville. He might be guilty. He might be guilty.
But just like anybody, you
get upset.
You're gonna get upset.
But you don't get violent.
Nah.
What makes you upset?
What's making me upset?
You were saying nonsense and stuff like that, but
well,
in other words, Deacon asking you what is your breaking point?
yeah.
My breaking point.
I say that because some women might try to,
Trigger that thing.
They want to look for. Let me tell you something. They want to look for that red button. They want to know where's the threshold. How much crap can I give him before he flip out?
How many BANs can she get out for
Yeah.
you to choke her? That a point right there.
Yeah.
Hey,
don't answer that.
Next brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do get angry. But I don't like foolishness. I don't like stupid talk. Like you just say stupid stuff. But I don't like all this. I like a quiet woman.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Benjamin.
Wait, what island you from? What island?
Guyana.
Guyana. So that's
Guyanese.
not real.
That's what I'm
Benjamin.
saying. He's scattered Judah.
That's that's
right?
scattered Benjamin.
Scattered Judah.
Guyana.
It's the truth. You might.
All right, next brother.
I've learned patience over
Talking
time.
to the mic. Hold the mic up.
I've learned patience over time. So the sister just has to understand that when it's time for her to receive correction, I'm a good listener. I pay attention. At the same time, she has to have a sense of humor, as I said. Yeah, she has to be able to be a communicator as well. Communication is key. As long as we can understand one another, then we can solve whatever problem comes up.
Okay.
All right.
Give all the right answers. You've been married before?
Yes, sir, I have.
How many
I'm
times?
about to say it sounds
I
experienced.
was married twice.
Twice.
Yes,
So you got kids?
I do.
Are you paying child support?
I'm not.
Okay. 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 What about you, Benjamin? You got
How many kids you have?
I have 4 younger ones. I have 10 older ones.
Damn!
But
We can't just run past that.
Dropping them all.
Hold on. We can't just run past that.
They all adults though. They all adults.
You
Say
got
it
14
again?
kids?
I have 2 wives. My first wife, 10 children. We were together.
Wow.
We were together for 25 years.
Wow. Wow.
Second wife, we have 4 children. So my children are from my wives. Okay. They're not all over the place. In fact, they're all here.
Okay.
Okay, all praise.
Wow.
There you go.
Hey, can somebody find me a basket? Find me a basket.
So So Ephraim, what kind of sister are you looking for? Any particular tribe, weight, class? What are you looking for?
Right now, no particular tribe. Doors open.
Good answer.
Doors open.
Yeah, doors open.
Now, you like a loudmouth woman?
No, I already dealt with
And
that.
you speak Spanish?
Yes, sir.
So you wanted to speak Spanish? I'm assuming. I don't know.
Nah, she don't have to speak Spanish. I could teach her that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Say no loudmouth women in Spanish.
Do you prefer Northern Kingdom or Southern Kingdom?
Tell the truth.
Be careful. Be careful.
Say what you want.
In the world, I know it's more Southern.
Oh, okay.
Right now,
You're open.
I'm open.
right.
Hey, right now I just
Good
need
answer.
a balanced sister. Like, of course, you want to, you submissive, so on and so forth, the usual. But gotta have a balance, like my brother said. Be quiet, but not to the point that you're so quiet that I gotta talk to you in sign language.
Yeah, I don't like those systems.
Give me
I don't
something,
like those
talk to
systems.
me. I don't want to
Yeah,
come home.
yeah.
Hey, what did you cook?
So
She's turning.
Have a little life. Have a little life. Have
Yeah,
that balance.
yeah.
Like you said, I like to be funny, but I like to be serious. So just have a balance. I don't want to mute, but I don't want to loud mouth. So just somebody, you know,
Right.
In
we
between.
could be friends, you know, and then grow.
There you go. Yeah, that make a lot of sense, bro.
What about you?
No slouch. Like I like a sense of humor. You gotta have a sense of humor.
You know, all sisters don't have a sense of humor.
Right.
Some sisters are like sticks in the mud.
damn
Dry.
right,
Dry.
Just stare at you all day.
You give a joke, she giving you a mean mugging you. Then
Yeah.
some of them ain't right.
You know how long it took my wife to laugh? It took a long time.
Damn.
Submissive. You know, you gotta let me lead. You're not gonna lead me.
So Benjamin like big mumpy women. You like that?
No, sir. I might be Judah. I don't.
See, you in the spirit now, bro.
Like I'm lumpy.
No, sir.
Hey, so do you want Southern Kingdom, Northern Kingdom? Any preference?
Be careful. Be careful.
I would say this. I'm skeptical of Judah.
There you go. Be honest.
Hey, give me some, bro. Give me some, bro.
Oh, what the hell is this?
But the other tribe's good.
Hold on.
So he wants 11 tribes.
Time out. Hey, time out. So hold on.
Hey, you just
brother.
made all the
Hold on.
Judas sisters
Your
mad.
brothers, wait a minute, wait. Your brothers asked him to be honest.
Hey, look.
Now he been honest, everybody turned against him.
I got a question for you.
So wait a minute, what is that based on? Because you
Right.
just pretty
Hey,
much
he's a prejudice
you
deacon.
indicted all the sisters.
Right.
So they're looking at it like, look. So what? He's an engineer. We don't care
Right,
about
we
that.
don't give a damn about that.
Now they own you now. So now you gotta justify.
What's up?
Yes, sir.
Judah need to get indicted.
Yeah, no, come on now.
Levi, man. That's Levi, man.
Maybe he had some traumatic times with.
He's scarred.
Yeah, he's scarred. So, but perhaps, how long you been in this truth? How long?
4 years.
4 years. And you ain't get over that trauma yet.
What did she do to you? What did she do?
No. Judah's sister did anything to me. It's just from observation.
You mean TV? You talking about TV?
Wait a minute now.
What observation?
Software? Some kind of software? What was it?
He got a voyeur app. He be watching them.
Your brothers asked him to be honest.
We're waiting.
He said he don't want no Judah sisters.
No, he said he's skeptical.
He says he's skeptical. Everybody
That's right. Help
everybody
him out,
in this
Chris.
room is skeptical. They just want to say it.
Why is Deacon, why you backing him up? We want to figure out what he
Why
got to
are you
say.
scarred?
Yeah.
Why you skeptical?
Yeah.
Putting up a shield for that brother.
Kick the ballistics, G.
From listening to classes and listening to
Class.
He's
So
saying-
we
he's
did
saying-
it.
Wait a minute.
So we did it.
Saying-
Wait a minute now.
I said
we
how you
did
want
it.
to say for.
My man.
We did
Wait a
it.
minute.
Wait a minute. He listened to class. My
Atlantis
man.
classes. That's what it
Yes,
is.
my man.
In class, we never say
What tribe?
Right.
Only you the only one that do that.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't mention no tribe.
My man. He listened to the console.
You listening to
My
Deacon
man.
Malachi. You parakeeting Deacon Malachi right now.
Hey, let me tell you something. If he taught you, there's a reason for why he
Why you
feels that
backing
way.
it up?
Judah used to give him hell when he was coming up.
Yeah. Used to whoop that ass.
So how the hell this thing turn out on me now?
I just wanted to get to the essence of the trauma, and then you brought it to him, and he brought it to the show.
Listen, man. Judah put me to hell.
He transferred his trauma from
Yes,
you
I was
to him.
as a kid, I was abused by Judah.
Right. So let me bring the Judah sisters back in the room, because y'all can help the brother
Right.
to get over this trauma.
Help him do what?
Help him get over this.
Nah, that's not gonna change.
over
Nah, what you want to do? Put him in the couch?
Nah, they can fix him up.
No, he's good.
Make him a good Judah meal.
Hey, there's 11 out of the trouble. He's good.
No.
He's good. He's good. You don't need to go on the couch. You're good.
All right, but you're not
There's 11 out of the
crazy.
trouble.
You're not crazy.
Deacon is still
No, sir,
traumatized
I'm
from
not
him.
crazy.
I get it.
There's 11 out of trouble. We're gonna focus on.
Are you willing to travel for a sister?
outside of the country. No,
not outside the country. No, but
because I was going to tell her to go to England. England got mad Benjis.
That could work.
Yeah, England got mad Benjis, bro. If you go to England, you don't have to worry about Judah at all. All Benji, they're all Benji, bro.
That could work.
Yeah,
what tribe are you?
Don't worry about that. Worry about what tribe I am. Worry about that.
D, if you can't beat them, join them.
Bro, I just don't want the brother to go through the same thing I go through with Judah. That's all.
Nobody wants to do that.
All right.
So your brothers don't mind traveling? Ephraim, you mind traveling?
No.
You got a passport?
Yes, sir.
Benji, do you have a passport? Oh, God. Okay.
So Benji's stuck in the States.
He's stuck.
He's stuck.
How about you?
International travel is not a problem.
Okay, I'll praise. Because we got some nice sisters in England.
Yeah.
Yes,
Even
they're all
Amsterdam,
Benji.
Jamaica.
Amsterdam, Jamaica.
Yes.
There's
There's a sister in North Carolina. Her name is
Canada.
Sister Shifa. She might be good for you.
Yeah.
Sister Shifa might be good for her.
Why you doing it?
That's a nice
Oh,
sister.
so Shifra Judah.
Sister Shifra Judah in North Carolina. Yeah.
That's a nice sister.
That's my sister right there, man. Yeah, she might be good for you, man. I'm gonna call her and hook you up. I'm saying I will hook up 2 brothers. Oh, I gotta take that back. That sister was gonna hook you up. She's Judah. I don't know about that.
You recommended her, Deacon.
Oh, you know who I recommend for him in England?
Who?
You know who, right?
Who?
That sister.
No.
What?
Go ahead. I want to see what you're gonna say.
This sister right here. I don't want to say it.
Damn! Look at that. Man. You ain't in the spirit, D.
I'm
You
telling
ain't in
you.
the spirit.
That's that T I said.
Technical difficulties on Patient Saints.
I was gonna say.
Somebody take Deacon's mic.
I was gonna say Sister Misha. You know who Sister Misha is? That's that sister right there.
Thank you, Deacon.
Deke, you out of the spirit.
Hey, that was judgment of the Lord right there.
Right.
That was the Lord's judgment,
Speaking
Deacon.
against Judah.
He's speaking against Judah, man.
And look who helps him.
And look who's helping. 2 Judites.
A Judite.
See that? Judah helped me.
Sometimes I think I'm still in captivity because of Judah.
Damn. Let me get some of that.
All right. I want to apologize. I want to apologize to all the Judite. I'm sorry. Christ, forgive me. Christ, what I say have nothing to do with you. It's just the Judah.
You gonna apologize for my Bible?
Hey,
Oh,
I
sorry
got to fix Judah back up. Give me Psalm
You really
76.
offended.
I just have to do it. Yeah, I'm offended. I don't like that. That's almost blasphemous. Give me Psalms 76 and 1.
Bring it out, Deke.
Psalms.
Bring it out, Deke.
Chapter 76 and verse 1.
Bring the brothers and the sisters back in the room. Come on.
In Judah is God known.
Read it again.
In Judah is God known.
Read it again.
In Judah.
That's right.
Is God known.
That's not fair.
Those vibrations is dealing with that trauma.
That's not fair. You bring that scripture.
Read
right
it again.
Now,
One more time.
That's not the right environment to
In
bring the scripture right
Judah is God known.
Come on.
His name is great in Israel.
His name is what?
His name is great in Israel.
So do not allow Levi to traumatize you against the greatest tribe on the planet.
That's right. That's right.
Bring
it out,
I got a question. Read the scripture again. And I got a question.
It ain't gonna
How
change,
you gonna try to
brother.
break down?
No,
these
I got
scriptures?
It ain't gonna
Read the scripture
change.
and then I got a question for you.
No, it ain't gonna change, brother.
Read the
Just get on
scripture
with the
again.
lesson. That's it.
Read the scripture again. I got a question for you.
Psalms chapter
When he
76 verse 1.
when he say in Judah is God's known, what type of Judah is God known of? What type of Judah? I know it's not talking about the Judas that was burning the car.
That's niggas. That ain't Judah.
That was there. That ain't the Judah we talking about. These brothers in here ain't the ones that's out the street burning up stuff.
Right.
This Judah right here is talking about the man Judah.
He was traumatized.
Not the woman.
He was traumatized by Negroes.
Okay, is this Judah talking about in Judah?
You was
God's known, talking
traumatized
about
by
the man or
Negroes.
the woman?
See.
Tell it like it is.
See, yeah. You were traumatized by Negroes, my brother.
In your bobos.
Huh? You was traumatized by Negroes. But in Judah,
How the hell this thing on me now?
because you're trying to fight against the power.
You about to drop it again.
You're trying to fight against the power. You're kicking against
Hey, you know you almost spilled it again, right?
Okay, brother.
You already
okay,
spilled
go
the
ahead,
tea.
go ahead,
You
go
almost
ahead.
spilled it again.
Go ahead, marry to Judah.
Hey,
We got a call?
May the,
You be all right, brother.
All I gotta say is may the force be with you.
Go ahead, brother. Let's get back into
Oh, they got a phone call?
Yeah.
The question.
For the brother.
Oh, what about children?
All right.
got 14.
Ephraim, what about children?
I know that brother right here don't want no more children. He got,
about that.
he got 14 of them.
What about children?
Wait. Is the question, do they have children?
do they want children?
Can they have children? Or what about a woman who already has children?
All right, so go ahead.
Go ahead.
Can you have children or do you want a woman that already have children?
Yes, I can't have children, but
How you know?
Go ahead, bro. Just answer.
I might be able to
Tell the truth.
With one.
Just have one
So
child.
2 is a deal breaker.
Yeah, 2 is a deal breaker.
But you could deal with a sister with one kid.
With a young child.
When you say young, what do you mean, 15?
That's
14?
Not,
Oh, yeah, you got to fight him.
Yeah,
They throwing up gang signs at you?
Nah.
I owe you ready to go, and I low you ready to go. In other words, I owe the sister gotta be. I owe and I low. In other words, give me from young
age range.
The kid or the
the sister.
No, the sister. Within 10 years, I'm 35, so I don't want to know no younger than 25, preferably 28 and up.
So you want 28 to what? 28
35.
To 35.
Yeah, I'm open to 25 within the 10.
So you want 28 to 35.
But
so you'll go down to 25, but she got to be
Yes.
mature.
Yes, sir.
She can't be a hood rat. She can't be ratchet.
So you want 25 to 38.
35.
35. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What about you?
I can have kids. No kids. She can't have kids.
So you want a sister with no kids?
No kids.
And what's your age range?
There you go.
25 to 29, like me.
Okay, 25 to 29.
How old are you?
29.
29.
Okay.
You don't ask that brother right there.
He about to have
You wanna-
25.
yeah, you wanna add on- you wanna add on to your bunch?
He already have a football field.
So wait a minute. Let me ask a question. Not trying to change your preference, but if a sister was interested and she told you that she had one kid, would you at least start a dialogue?
Oh, absolutely.
No.
He said, I got practice.
I'm just asking. And the reason why I say that because you might have a sister that might have one kid, but she might be perfect for you, but you might not know it. So would you just immediately write off because of that, or will you see where the conversation goes? Because perhaps it could open up some other things that might actually work in your favor.
I can open up a conversation if she's gonna be my helpmeet. Yeah, I can open up that conversation.
Okay, all right, that's what I was.
You know what I noticed about him? He limits his options a lot.
Yeah,
You
I'm trying to help the brother.
Bro.
You know why I'm trying to help him? You know, because
right
Deacon Malachi traumatized
Yes.
the brother. So I'm trying to help you out a
You
little
got to
bit.
rewrite the algorithm, D.
Yeah,
he ain't factored in the
He ain't
kid
getting
in
it
the
in.
algorithm.
Right.
Oh, man.
It's not working.
I'm gonna lean back because I know.
He likes Sister Shifa.
Okay.
So with that
see
right
Shifa.
there, what if a sister got 10 kids just like you?
Well, his kids are grown and out the house.
If a sister has 10 children,
Hold the mic close.
I'd have to look at the children in terms of their mothering skill. How were they raised? Are they well behaved?
That's some good
Take
stuff.
notes. Take notes, brothers.
Are they
I told you.
Are they respectful? It's numbers doesn't mean anything. Women have been traumatized. They've been through life. Women are looking for a man who understands. They can handle whatever situation comes up.
This is a seasoned brother right
you go.
here.
See,
Yeah,
I
that's all
told
I
you.
get.
You don't get that kind of.
That was wisdom. That was
You
wisdom.
don't get that.
You don't get that kind of wisdom being young.
You don't get it. You don't get it from Benjamin or Levi.
Exactly.
Right.
There
That's
you go.
Judah.
Go ahead with it. See, there you go right there. See, that's what I'm talking
But
about.
you know what? Something he said that's heavy. What most brothers don't do when they meet a sister with a child, the child is often running around the
Right,
school,
right.
and you don't examine her mothering skills.
Yes.
If the child is a give me some nice words.
A booger, a damn booger rat.
Look at this little booger.
Yeah,
A little baby kid.
yeah, baby kids. Chances are she's a bad mother,
Yeah.
Bad
which
mother.
means might be a bad wife. She don't know what the hell she's doing.
Right.
Hey, even if you see the children running around and they look busted, clothes all
Yeah.
tore up, but the mother looking straight.
Right.
There
So
you
say
go.
her hair wrapped nice, but that little boy fringe is ragged in the mud.
So basically, I want to say my brother just taught a whole lot of other brothers.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
I'm speechless right now.
Yes.
You know, with that wisdom that you just dropped, other brothers need to put that in their repertoire.
Yes.
I don't think he's Judah. Judah don't talk like
For
that.
real, you know.
Damn.
You might
You
be
ain't
right,
learned your
Caesar.
lesson yet, Dick?
We can't win. We just cannot win.
Damn. Hey, Dave should
ahead.
teach.
Yeah, they
There
should
you go.
teach.
That's
Dave
right,
should
that's
teach.
right.
Damn.
You know, Bishop, you know what he said is, we was talking about, I think 2 weeks ago, how, remember that we was talking to a brother, how the brother just didn't think about, he's not a father yet, then the sister got like 2 kids, and he's about to be a father. All he was thinking about is the booty. And now, after he get with the sister, now all of a sudden he got a problem with, why are the kids always crying? That's he's 5, 6 years old, of course he's gonna cry. The brother have a problem with why the kids always crying. But you're supposed to think about that before you get married.
Right,
That's
right.
what he's saying.
Right.
He's
But
saying,
they
listen.
have to listen to men like him to
Yes,
know that.
yes. That's what he's saying. He's saying, listen, you should pay attention, ask those questions. Okay, why this kid is always crying? Did she do something to him? Or I mean, stuff like that. That's what the blood is saying.
Now here's
behave.
Here's a question for y'all, going off of what Deacon just said. What if the sister is perfect for you, all three of you brothers, but the child is not, and you don't really dig the child as far as his behavior? What now? What is that a deal breaker, or do you work with the child and try to work through it? What do you do? Well, yeah.
No, we're working through. Children have different levels. A lot of times it has to do with how they respect the man coming into their life. If you carry yourself a certain kind of man, you can actually change the disposition of a child.
See, that man,
I like that.
I
like that thing.
See, that man.
You all right, bro?
You know what?
That man's got vision. See, he visualized the whole scene.
Yeah.
That's what you want to deal with.
Hey, Deacon, you know what's so heavy? The average brother would have wrote that.
Yeah, they would be like, nah, I don't want to deal with that headache.
You understand what the scripture says? It says, be a father to the fatherless. Remember, there was no male lead, no example in that. See, you hit it right on the head.
Right. Now, let me say this, just to turkey back, as we say, the turkey back off the last statement. Because I know we got younger brothers on the panel. And this is not a blight against them being young, but but the advantage in hearing this is that you get to put this in your life now.
Right.
And the sisters see that you're absorbing this wisdom now, along with the wisdom that you're bringing out now. So that makes you extra valuable.
Stocks have just went up.
Stocks went up. Right.
There's no discount. Yeah, ain't no discount in it. There's 100.
You 100%.
There's 100%.
You know what I think? You know
Bishop,
what I think?
you gonna say something? Bishop had something on it. I gotta get it out.
I got before Bishop, on my mind.
You gotta let it out. I saw it move.
Before you were about to say what you say, you know what I think of what he said? I think from now on, it might be a good idea for single brothers who's talking to sisters with kids. Their brothers also start a relationship with the kid.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Start talking to the kids. Because if you're going to come in their lives and be a father to their kid, instead of marry the sister first and then you try to
build that relationship.
I think the brothers got to start building a relationship. While they're talking to the mother, they got to start building that relationship with their kids.
I have an example of that in North Carolina, Raleigh. There was the brother officer that married the sister. That he got to know the child first before they even started proving.
That's a good idea.
So that was super heavy.
That was super.
So basically, Deacon. So basically, you're proving the wife to be, and the kids.
Yes.
And the thing is that the brother didn't even know that the sister was interested in him. They actually learned that each other was looking for each other without the two of them even knowing.
Right.
But he was already responding positively to the child.
But that goes back to the same scripture Captain REA posted, be a father to the child, and the mother's going to love you even more.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's exactly what it was.
So they should be talking to them little children instead of sitting over on the wall with the mama.
With the mama or night long.
Right.
With the Google eyes.
Hey, sister.
So
get your son.
Bishop got something.
Who's this for?
Oh, Captain Shemai just sent that to us.
Oh. So, in essence, what I was going to say is important that proving time, most of the time, young men and women, they wait, what is it? They wait 6 months to a year?
Yes.
Proving time should actually be a lot longer than that.
Yeah.
Because in order to get to know y'all got to become friends first.
Right.
And in that process, then you get to know the child. If the child is even workable.
Right.
Is there an outside force in the child's life?
Right.
Like
all of that.
hood rat baby daddy that's influencing the child so that you can know, is this workable? Rather than you jump on the woman right away.
Exactly.
So these are things to consider.
Absolutely. So that's wisdom, brothers. That's wisdom.
There is a brother who say I owe Judah an apology. I didn't do nothing. I just want with this brother.
Damn.
I did nothing to Judah. Judah should apologize to me. They don't want to torture me.
Oh, man.
What the hell is this? They should apologize to me.
That was the past, Deacon.
Your guys should apologize for what Judah done to me in the world. Go ahead.
We apologize.
I'm with you.
They still be on you by the
apologize.
What's up? You apologize?
You Yazzie.
What? Apologize for the Negro?
Yeah.
It's hard to do that. He got to straighten up, man. Don't be traumatized by him, man.
I got a question for you. So, what if the baby daddy is still in the picture in the child's life? How would you handle that situation?
And he just got out of jail.
He got out the pen.
He got out of jail.
Oh, man.
That definitely could be a problem.
Yeah.
That definitely could be a problem. Now, it's the thing if it's the father's there and everything is straight, and he's a father to him, that's part of the proving process. Everything everything good, then it is what it is. Hey, oh, praises, your father's there. But if it's
you're gonna be the father.
Yeah, you're gonna be the father though.
Huh?
You're gonna be the
daddy.
father.
This is true, but you know what I'm saying? If there's a good relationship there, then I'm not gonna disconnect it, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm like, but if it seems to be a problem, of course, that's a no-go for me.
Were you in the New York school?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's look. Just doing the me thing. Okay, gotcha. When you said that,
a lot of now, I wanna ask something. A lot of times, sisters with kids. Sometimes the father. There's some of them called spirit, especially those that's not in the truth.
Right.
Now, there's the scripture that's talking about, or as the children unclean, is based on when
relationship with the other.
The kids is with you, but on the weekend, they might be with the father. Let's say if it's a girl. When he's with you, she's in skirt, fringes, but when there's a father, the father puts pants on her on purpose. I know those situations happen. I see it happen before. So my question to you is, would you cut that father out totally? Or would you give him a chance to? Because some of these kids, they're not small kids. They already know who their father is.
Yeah.
And especially girls. Girls usually close to their fathers. And if the father usually, and some of these girls, you might have to make a decision to let the father have her, or that's my question to you.
That's why I would prefer if she was to have a child young, and that's what I said. That's definitely a learning curve for me, obviously. But if that was to be a sign of things to come, then yeah, that would have to be a choice of cutting off. Because I ain't gonna be tussling with another man going back and forth. So that's something through the proven process. If that was a sign to pop up, then either that's gonna get cut off, or I might just keep moving.
All right. That's respectable. Yes, that's respectable.
What about the blood? What about the shoe?
there's really no right or wrong answer to that.
It's just how you deal with it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a problem. If the father says, "Okay, it's my child, see her on the weekend or him on the weekend," and then celebrate Christmas or get his daughter wearing skirts, because you also have the potential of her coming back and say, "Well, my daddy allowed me to do this," right? So that can get her messed up in the mind. So it's either you're gonna take the child and you're gonna have her take care of the kid, or I'm gonna take care of the kid myself.
You could give it to the daddy and then make a robot baby.
Damn.
Hey, somebody take Carmela's mic.
Hey, somebody asked how long I forgot the brother name. How long you been in the truth?
10 going on 10 months.
Okay.
Still feeling you.
There's a sister who says show a picture, so as soon as I found it, where is it at?
We got a pretty good batch of brothers here today.
Yes.
So you're looking for photos? Yeah. So sisters, send your photos in. Amazon, where you can send their photos in?
You can send the photos into IUIC Atlanta's Facebook page, all right? IUIC Atlanta Facebook page.
And put what you have to offer to the brothers.
Yes, a picture and details.
It should be more than just making it clap.
Hey,
right.
Captain.
A whole lot of pictures just got deleted.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Captain Shemaiah says, what if the child says, "You ain't my daddy"?
You ain't my daddy, nigga. And start throwing up gang signs at you. You ain't my daddy, nigga.
The door.
Hey, well, this sister right here wants me to show you her picture. She's 35. That brother right there.
Which brother?
The last
Ephraim?
Oh, man.
Why don't you put the picture on the thing so we can all see it?
Yeah.
Nah, she don't want her picture. She don't want her picture up there.
Oh, okay.
We respect privacy.
Women are shy.
You don't mind? Oh, that's a go? You shaking your head.
I counsel against
She's 35.
it.
She got no kids.
I counsel against
but
it.
she's not in the country though. She's Canada.
That's right there.
That's right there.
Right up the way.
So that's a go?
It's a possibility.
Dig in.
Possibility?
Possibility.
Bro, cut it out, man. What the hell's wrong with Benji/Judah? The hell's wrong with you?
Why you gonna do that to that?
By the way,
man?
you're not a Will Benji. You from Europe.
Tillsbury Skins.
From England.
Tillsbury Skins, Deacon.
Oh, no.
Snap. Damn.
Hey, Deke just tried to torture you, bro. So I saved you, man. Thank me later.
Dang. Any other questions?
Okay, hey, are any of you on medication?
There you go.
Good question.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir. Absolutely not.
Okay.
I got a question. What's the one
she said
trait?
she said she like you, bro.
Okay, we'll give it a go.
Oh,
my man, Judah. Hey, bro, don't mess that up, man. I know that sister a long time. She got really
Very
good
good
report,
spirit,
bro.
too.
Yeah.
Really good report, bro. I'm gonna.
And she's been around a long time.
Is she getting her health on?
Yeah, she is. Yes,
All
yes.
praise.
She lost a lot of weight.
You messed that up, man. I'm gonna forget your school, man. I'm gonna.
She do a lot of fasting. A lot of fasting too.
Can I tell a sister something? It's not so much about burning the fat. It's keeping it off.
Yeah.
Some sisters lose it today and gain it right back next week and think it's okay.
That's the
No, they
water
wait till they
fast.
get married. And bam, it's right back again. What the hell is this?
That's
Ain't
the water
nobody got
fast
time for
people,
that.
Bishop.
Get off of me.
Thank you, Bishop. Bishop, you're really inspiring. Thank you.
I'm sorry. You ever see some of these women? They be all fine and all that. Then when they get married, they become 2 tons of fun.
She said, "I won. Now I can let it go."
Yeah.
One Passover, they back 200. They up 200.
There you go.
Damn.
I ate a lot of lamb.
Hey, they were offering a lot of lamb at Passover.
Rasputia.
And then they all got a thyroid problem. You ever hear these women?
My thyroid acting up.
It's just my thyroid.
I'm big.
That's why I'm big like that.
I'm big bone.
I'm big bone.
She sent some more pictures. Dang. She said, "Don't show it to nobody." How
come men don't get thyroid problems? Is that a female thing?
Hey, pass the phone, man.
what that
Hey, don't listen to
We
this
just
brother,
be
man.
fat.
You a hater, bro. You a hater.
Like
Where's the health guy in there? Who's the health guy?
Baruch back there.
Hey, Bunkus. Bunkus.
Bonky.
Do men get thyroid problems and get fat?
It's a
Severus,
woman
do you have a thyroid problem? I don't know.
Tell her we just be fat and admit it.
Man. Damn.
You're like, I ain't worked out in 17
she wanna talk
years
to
and
you,
I
bro.
like chick.
Oh,
Hey,
that's a pretty sister.
there's nothing wrong talking to a sister, man. Don't listen to the haters.
Does she have a thyroid problem?
No.
The hell is this?
Don't
Thyroid.
listen to the
They
haters.
showed up.
Bishop, you ain't asked the right question.
Don't listen to the haters.
You
Don't listen to
gotta
the
ask-
haters.
ask
Bro,
Deacon.
bro, don't. She's in the air.
Ask
She's listening.
Deacon.
Stop. And hey, you know what? Sisters, you guys any question for these brothers? Question. Because
Hey.
I'm about to move on.
Yeah.
Sisters, if y'all got questions,
Y'all got
ask
questions.
me.
If you got
Hell,
questions,
y'all
phone
see what
calls.
happened to your other wives.
if you got question, this is your chance.
You can actually call in too.
Yeah.
They asked what happened to his
Sisters,
other wives.
sisters call
They got a
in.
question for you. What happened to your other wives?
Oh.
My first wife, she's sick.
Okay.
So that was a
Hold
situation.
the mic up.
Situation with her health.
Did you give her corona?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
That was a while back. We had been divorced over 20 years.
Oh, okay. Oh,
That
wow.
was a situation in the past. My second wife, we've been divorced almost 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah, but we have an excellent relationship with both of them, of course, because of the children, and both of them are decent women.
Okay. All praises. All praises.
Yo, how you turn this thing on?
There's a sister who say men get thyroid too.
Bring it here so we
It's
could
more-
say it
it's more
on
comment
screen.
on a sister,
on
but she
on the
say
mic.
men do have it too.
A sister asked a question for you. She says, would you mind having more kids?
I wouldn't mind having more children.
Now, I don't know the cutoff date for women having children or age. What is the general age?
I thought after they had menopause.
Menopause, I thought it was a wrap.
Yeah, around
Whenever
60.
it hit, though, they like undetermined or something. They just random shake. It's like a bingo thing. G57.
Ephraim, a sister asks, how long does the sister have to be in the truth for you?
Ephraim, brother.
Who's that for?
It's for
Preferably
Ephraim.
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
So
At least 2
tough
years.
and preferably 2 years. Do you? Oh, did we ask the medication sister? Question
y'all
of
asked.
sister?
Yeah.
No, they ain't on medication. What if the sister is on medication? What if the sister's on Xanax and Prozac?
That's a problem.
Yeah. So no crazy sisters.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna get hate mail now. Why I can't be crazy? I'm gonna deal with sisters
There's a
that's
sister who
crazy.
sent me a book. Look at. I cannot read all this.
Sis, ain't nobody reading a
Nobody reading.
page.
I'm just gonna read the last thing she said. She said, "I can cook Levi food, Simeon food, and Judah food."
You know, old women think they can cook.
She said,
Yeah.
"I'm
They
super."
do.
She said, "I'm super clean.
All
I'm
women
super clean.
She say I'm neat and fresh.
When I hear that, red flags go.
Thank you.
Well,
I know what I'm talking about.
She said she got all family members in the world. She was born and raised in Haiti. She said, "I held her." Don't listen to Bishop.
That means she's. But that does mean she's gonna last. So at least she's 162 years old.
Hold on. Hey,
She's
but
mad
Cat,
minerals
Cat,
inside of
She's
her.
ready to submit,
Cat.
and she's 100% follow Mossad.
Okay, but Deacon.
She said, "Any question?"
Is she in
She's
IUIC?
open book.
She's in IUIC?
Yeah, she's in IUIC. What the hell's wrong with you?
Hey, Cat.
Gotta ask.
Then you see, I just showed a picture where she's with IUIC
nice
dress. That's IUIC dress, bro.
Okay, D.
She bought it online.
Don't listen to the haters, man. She's a good sister. Don't listen
My
to the
bad.
haters.
Hey, here's another one for you three. It says, tell them brothers to be honest, because ain't nothing worse than getting married to someone and all you've ever seen is their representative.
Right.
Absolutely. Oh, we got a phone call, by the way.
What the hell's wrong with Ben?
We got a phone
Benjamin, Israel, man. This brother right here talking about I'm not a real Judah. You're not a real Judah. You're from British.
I'm not Judah.
We got the phone call.
Yeah,
right?
we got a phone call. We ready? I put the call through. Hey, Shalom caller, what's your name, question, or comment?
I'm Sister Aria.
Hey, Shalom, sis.
I was calling for the brother, the 66-year-old.
All right.
Calling in for him. He
Calling
seems
from
like
where?
a very good man, and I feel like I could be the woman for him.
Okay.
Billy D.
You want to?
Yeah.
Here he is, sis.
Did she send a photo?
Sis, send a photo to.
Photos before, but I don't have a Facebook anymore because it serves me no purpose.
Send it to your email.
Right.
Yeah, send it to email.
Send it to the IUIC.Atlanta@IsraelUnite.org email then. And what's your name, sis?
My name is Sister Aria. I'm 41 years old.
41.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have two teenagers, but my girl, she's 17. She left the house because she don't want to follow these laws, statutes, and commands.
All right. Where are you
And,
from?
my son, huh?
Where are you
Where
from?
you from?
I'm right now I'm in Albany.
Albany, New York. What's it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm the sister that sent the pictures. I shaved my head because I was fasting.
Okay, I remember you. I remember you, sis.
Yeah, and the reason why I'm so nervous right now, I've been in the truth for about, I want to say 6-7 years.
Have you been with IUIC?
6-7 years.
No, I just learned from you guys because there's nobody out here teaching, so I just make sure I tune in and watch shows and. You know, that's what I can do right now, really. And I repost stuff that y'all post. I mean,
How far is Albany from Rochester?
Yes.
How far is that,
I don't
sis?
think it's too far. Maybe an hour.
Okay, well, guess what, sis? There's a school in Rochester, New York. They on their second school, matter of fact. So get with the body because we cannot prove you. We can't give you to a brother because we don't know you. You know, so
I know.
There's nobody that could vouch for you for this brother right here. We could vouch for this brother here because we know him. He congregates, but without congregating, we don't. You know what I'm saying? We don't know you in particularly. So that's gonna be a tough one. Nobody's gonna be able to vouch right now.
Okay.
So start congregating. Get with that school, IsraelUnite.org /contact us. Okay, it has the address of the school, the email of the school, and the what else? That's it. The address and the email. All right.
Great show last night, Bishop.
All
praise to the Most High.
You guys want to say something? No. Hey, we got to move on.
All right. Thank you, sis. Thank you for your call.
Put that at the call. We got to move on.
All right.
Okay. Oh, you want me to say?
Yeah, somebody wrote something.
Hey, there's a sister who said. She said, "Tell the Ephraim brother." I'm not gonna say her name. She said, "I have a daughter. She's Simeon, who is in the truth, with no kids. She's going to school to be a doctor, working on her doctoral degrees. So she said to tell the Ephraim brother that."
Is the daughter in the school?
The daughter's in the truth. Yeah, she said the daughter's in the truth.
Oh, she's just 29.
All right, let's move on. Kidan, put this article. Israel, we're gonna move on. I want to talk about this right there.
Yep.
I want to show you guys, you friendly neighborhood white man, how evil they are. Put this article up. We're going to move on. I don't want this show to just be about dating. No, we're not just about dating. We're here to edify our people.
To the business.
We're going to get to business. What's up?
Oh, Nigerian scientists.
Hell no. We ain't going to put Zaka in the show. Miami late. No, this is a live show. You ain't going to walk in the show.
He said, come on.
When it's already start. What the hell is this?
Dick, the sisters want to know, are we ever going to put sisters on there? I think y'all answered that question before. They want to know when sisters can come on the show.
No.
All right.
No, they're not gonna. No. Bro, your sister come, you're gonna cry, man. You crazy?
And you know what happened with sister? When we put them on the show, we got some crazy brothers. They start stalking them.
That's true.
And all in their inbox.
All praise. That's wisdom right there.
Sister come here, you cannot be wolf like you were with these brothers.
I
They're
was just
gonna
about
cry.
to say that. We're going to put them questions on.
They're gonna cry.
So, Deacon, as fathers, we got to change our disposition.
Bro, imagine
What?
if it,
See, you about to lose your damn seat right now.
imagine if a big sister come here.
Yeah.
Ooh.
By the time she get out of here,
man.
yo, we're gonna get arrested.
We're going to have to ask, is that a thyroid problem you got?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all got y'all
Should
hands
break
up.
down
with
right
you?
there.
I just started working out.
She's gonna break down in tears. Man.
Yeah, man.
People is gonna turn against us.
I'd have thought
You
strong
guys was too
OC.
rough on these sisters.
Excellent answer.
No. We rather have these brothers. We can torture the brothers like anytime we want, but this sister we cannot torture the sisters.
All
You
praise.
see how we touching these brothers? And they're
Yeah,
still
they're all right.
Yeah, all right.
You know what?
Y'all offended?
Right.
Any y'all
About
offended?
torturing the brothers.
I just want to say real quick, I give honor and praise to the Most High that He's allowed good brothers to come up in this wicked society.
Yes, sir.
And to be top brothers like these men here. So you women, you sisters out there, get your business together because the Most High is really bringing you some righteous,
That's right.
good gods. Okay,
That's
all
right.
these brothers. So
Good God Almighty.
this is what we need to acknowledge.
Good
That's
a lot,
right.
a lot of our brothers can get caught up in all different kinds of traps. And
Yeah.
all kinds of things, but these brothers has made it. Huh?
God!
What the hell? what was that all about? What did I miss?
Do it again.
Come on, man. Huh? Nah, I done forgot.
Oh, man. Damn.
Lord have mercy. Y'all get the picture, right?
Yes,
Come
sir.
on in.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead with it, man.
Good, D.
Hey, where you gonna put the Miami at? Where? So get rid of those three brothers? All right, brother. Shalom, Messiah, God bless you.
All praise.
Oh man.
Let's wait for late Miami.
Yeah, Miami.
Miami.
I don't know something with Miami.
Let the brother sit right
Hey,
there.
Captain,
Oh,
I
yeah.
ain't never
That's the
seen them
space
late
for
to
the brothers.
FCN before, though. I always see it start on
Oh, you got a point there. You never late for FCN, bro.
Every Thursday at 9 o'clock.
Prime time.
For Coochie News.
What you talking about?
Or Coochie News.
To my far right.
Damn.
To my left. To my right. To my far right.
State your name, bro.
Hey, man.
Turn it
gotta
on.
turn it on.
Severus.
I got to turn this mic up.
Check. Hey, I'm Captain Zakar.
And there y'all two corners news.
So this is Captain. This is Captain Zakar and Captain Severus, the host of For Coochie News.
Wow.
Sponsored by Master Gill.
Hey, Kidon, let's put the first article up. Israel, I want you guys to pay real close attention to this video we're about to play. Pay real close attention to this. This sister, she was born and raised in Africa. They're interviewing her in what is this show again? I think
Roll up
it's
to the top. Stream.
Nigeria?
Stream. What is it?
no. Go up.
The stream.
Raise it up.
Raise it up. Where's it?
Go down. Go down. Go down.
Man.
It's going up.
Your other up.
She been interviewed by
BBC.
Now I want you guys to pay close attention to show you how evil the white Esau is. And a lot of time, Bishop, I know you said that. We thinking it's only the white man. The white woman is worse
Then the white.
than the white man.
Absolutely.
Pay attention to this.
Right.
Play.
They
play.
gave birth to the demon.
Yes. Play this.
Now, in that report that you had just played now, it's kind of confusing because you first of all started talking about HIV and access to contraception. Then you're trying to conflate it with something like the provision of abortion in a place like South Africa, which is one of the few African countries that actually has legal abortion. Just to point out that about 80% of the African countries actually don't have legal abortion. And they don't have legal abortion not because they can't legalize abortion. We all have parliaments, we have governments that can go through the process of legalizing abortion. But actually, an overwhelming majority of the African people continue to reject abortion, even as surveys. I think Pew Research had done a survey a couple of years ago and found out, in some countries, as high as 90-something% of the people still continue to reject the idea of legalized abortion. So I don't understand, are we talking about abortion? Are we talking about contraception? They're two different things. If we're talking about abortion, well, I don't think that any Western country has a right to pay for abortions. In an African country, especially where majority of people don't want abortion, then that then becomes a form of ideological colonization, as we're beginning to see it more and more.
But say if we talk about contraception, the fact remains that hundreds of millions of women don't have access and should.
Well, you're saying should, but who are you to decide if
That's right. That's right.
Lord have mercy.
Who the hell are you? Damn.
There isn't a popular demand, ma'am. There isn't a popular demand. If you go to Africa, what people are asking for every day, because I was born in Africa, I was raised in Africa, I continue to go to Africa many times a year. You just speak to any ordinary woman. I think contraception might be like the 10th thing she says, if that.
But it's a basic human right to have access to it. That's when I say that they should have access. It should become available for them if they want it.
When
it should be
there is no
available.
food and there is no water, then if there is only a limited amount of aid.
But it is part of that cycle of poverty and dealing with poverty and overcoming poverty.
Stop.
The devil.
Let me tell you, Esau is the devil.
The devil.
Esau, she's saying to the African woman, the reason there is poverty is because there is no abortion.
There's too many people.
There's too many people.
Right.
In other words, she's saying we gotta kill some people.
Deacon, how the hell they became poor?
Exactly.
There you go.
That's
Right.
what I want to
there.
know.
Right.
Exactly.
That's the point right there.
Yes.
Right. You created the climate of poverty, and then you blame the people for it by killing their children.
Right. So, but the African sister is saying, listen, African women don't even think about abortion.
Right.
The mindset is food, water, clean water, and medical.
And get the hell out my land.
Yes, get the hell out my land.
Yeah.
But the other women say, oh, well, because there is so much poverty, is because there's no abortion. How the hell?
Well, maybe France will start taking $500 billion a year out of Africa.
Exactly. One have nothing to do with each other. And she said, who the hell are you?
Right.
And she had a right to.
That shocked her.
Yeah, that shocked her.
That shocked the
Esau's
woman.
always in everybody's country.
Exactly.
Trying to dictate what
and
they
acting
should do.
as if they are the standard, and acting as they're the authority. So the woman shocked her. She said, by the way, who the hell are you to try to lay a standard on us?
That's a slick way of bringing in population control.
Yes.
Exactly.
What she's talking about is genocide.
Exactly,
Yes,
100%.
It is.
Absolutely.
So you know what I like about this video? That's showing you the American mindset, man. Oh my God.
And she's British, the white.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Babylon mindset.
Right.
The woman here, our woman here got. You should watch there. She said 90% population in Africa, they reject abortion.
Right.
90%. That's high.
That's a lot.
Right.
Over here, 90% what abortion?
Yeah.
The mindset is crazy.
Amazing. Hey, but
Right.
you know, Deacon, you always said that the Negro was fashioned in
Yes,
America.
yes.
This mindset is
Right,
not the
right,
Lord. So
right.
go ahead, Deacon.
Hey, go ahead.
And she don't seem to represent the Negro mind.
Yep.
That's the shock.
That's the shock.
Exactly.
Right. That's it
Exactly.
right there.
Go ahead, Kidon.
Oh, that's kind of a Western solution, isn't it? But if the Africans are brought to the table, if the Africans are brought to the table and the people...
Stop. Wait back a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. There were some statements there.
All right, right there. Go ahead.
They're two different things. If we're talking about abortion, well, I don't think that any Western country has a right to pay for abortions. In an African country, especially where majority of people don't want abortion, then that then becomes a form of ideological colonization, as we're beginning to see it more and more.
But say if we talk about contraception, the fact remains that hundreds of millions of women don't have access and should.
Well, you're saying should, but who are you to decide if you don't mind me saying?
Well,
because the thing is,
there
isn't a popular demand, ma'am. There isn't a popular demand. If you go to Africa, what people are asking for every day, because I was born in Africa, I was raised in Africa, I continue to go to Africa many times a year. You just speak to any ordinary woman. I think contraception might be like the 10th thing she says, if that.
But it's a basic human right to have access to it. That's what I say that they should have.
Pause it. That's what you call slick rape of the mind. That's how she's talking. It's no different from saying if you want to solve a country's hungry, kill the people.
Yeah, that's
what they're saying.
Yeah, that's
you want to get rid of world hunger, kill the people that's hungry.
Yes,
and then you solve your problem. That's basically what she's saying.
Yep, that's exactly what she's saying.
And what you could pick up from this too, this is let you know that Esau, when it comes to them, their father is Satan.
Yeah, exactly.
She is saying that it's a human right for you to kill babies.
Right.
Yeah. You should have that right to take life.
Yep.
You see that?
That's the kids of Satan right there.
Right.
Exactly.
But the beautiful part of what you said there was because that's an oxymoron right there.
Right.
You're talking about a human right to kill humans.
Right.
Hey, but you know the mindset of them.
And that go right over the Negro mind's head over here.
It's
But
like
the sister over there said that don't even make sense. We don't
It's like
that.
setting up a McDonald's.
Right.
They want to set up an abortion clinic in
Exactly.
Africa like they set up a franchise McDonald's.
Oh, they're very slick with it. They're very slick.
Yes, absolutely.
Go to Isaiah 32 and verse 5. Because what she said it's a human right. So she's acting like she's, as we say here in America, liberal.
Right.
You know, I want to have all these liberal things. We want to give these women human rights and rights to control over their body to kill their babies, right?
Right.
Read that real quick.
Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 5. The vile person shall be no more called liberal.
Because they hide behind that name liberal. I'm a liberal to make people think, oh, it's all good. We're for the people. But the Bible says they are vile, wicked, evil people. Read.
Nor the churl said to be bountiful.
Go ahead.
For the vile person will speak vainly.
If you in the
Villainy.
Spirit, excuse me. You in the spirit, you listen to what this woman's saying. That's wicked as hell. She's like, hey, y'all need to just kill all your babies and everything's gonna be better.
Right, exactly.
And she want to disguise it behind being liberal. Right. This stuff's gonna come out the end time, and Esau gonna be exposed for all their wickedness. Read.
Right.
And his heart will work iniquity.
Go ahead.
To practice hypocrisy.
They not here like, let's kill the white babies. They're
Right.
not saying that. They're not going to Kentucky or all these poor white cities and saying, let's try and kill all the white babies. No, they putting Planned Parenthood in our neighborhood. They speaking hypocrisy, right?
To practice hypocrisy and to utter error against the Lord.
Go ahead.
To make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail.
Hey, these people wicked.
Because I guarantee you they ain't pushing that abortion on them people in South Africa. Yep. It's only the brown people.
They ain't
Exactly.
it in Switzerland either.
Right. Or Italy.
Right.
Now, you know, it goes with everything that's being said is on point, but notice that it's on BBC. It's on a worldwide television access point.
Yep.
And then you have both views dueling, clashing on the screen. That is designed to get world opinion to go against the people there. And that's how they begin to bring their ideas into a country. Then once they get the whole quote unquote coalition of like-minded people to be against the people that are against human rights, as this woman was saying, then the next thing you know, policies are changed, militias are set up, armies are set up, foreign policy is changed, and then the next thing you know, they're in the country.
It's like that, and it was the documentary, What the Health. But the point was, they purposely go, okay, we want this point of view and this point of view to sell the middle.
Right.
So we got just people saying abortion is bad, abortion is good, you need it, but the whole thing we really trying to sell is depopulate and resources.
Exactly.
Can we go to 2nd Esdras 11 and 40 real quick?
After that, Bishop, you got something? Nope. After that, go back to the video.
Pull that for us real quick.
2nd Esdras chapter 11 and verse 40.
Bring it out.
And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression.
Much wicked oppression. That's what the Caucasian is doing to Africa with much wicked oppression, taking all the resources out of it. Read on.
And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit.
That's deceit right there, where she's giving her the ultimatum. If you get rid of the kids, it'll have more resources, more people will be okay, and it's a human right. You should have the choice. When God don't give us a choice on whether to kill a baby or not, no, that's his children off top in the first place.
And they're trying to influence the world about that choice. That was the point I was making.
Exactly right. Read on.
Verse 41. For the earth hast thou not judged with truth. For thou hast afflicted the meek. Thou hast hurt the peaceable.
And that's what's going on right now. When the lady is saying, if you ask most women in Africa, abortion.
That's like number 10.
It's number 10. Right. They want food and water and health care.
They want their resources.
They want their resources. But you got the white man that's afflicting the meek and hurting the peaceable.
You know what this reminds me of, Bishop? Remember that scripture in Revelation? That remember we Esau push their policies on all these poor countries. If you don't do this, if you don't do that, we're not going to give you no aid.
Right.
And remember that scripture in Revelation said they drank. How'd that go?
They drank the wine of fornication.
They drank the wine of fornication. All these countries, any countries that's denied them, that's rejected, they're not going to get foreign aid. That's remind me of that scripture in Revelation.
Right.
That's saying that. So
that's that Revelation 13.
Yeah.
About that mark, those policies.
Yes, the policies.
I know some of you think it's a microchip, but it's their policies.
Their policies. Like they're going to these African. Remember what the African lady said? She said, "Who are you to come in our country?" She's gonna say it and pushing that. She said, "The West have no business paying for abortion in our country."
It's that Western influence.
That's the Western influence. Who are you to come in our country and pushing this stuff? That's not what we want from you. We want clean water from you. We want food. We want good health care. But no. So now what they're going to say to me, like, well, okay, we're going to give you all these things, but you got to accept. You got to accept abortion. You got to accept, what you call this thing, the pill?
Contraception.
You got to accept this thing.
Hey,
That's
D,
what the
you know,
book of Revelation is talking about.
You know what's so crazy, though? When you look at the people in Africa, like a couple of us up here have been to Africa, and they are totally comfortable in the oppression.
Yes.
And that goes back to Deacon Yawasop's point about the media will start revving up influence against you. And then it'll just trickle down to the people where they have no say, and they're totally fine with it.
Yes.
I know a couple times we was at camp and we asked people, hey, are you okay with the situations in Africa? Like how you live here? They're like, yeah, it's all right. Dirt poor living off of 50 cents a day. Dirt poor. But they're fine with it. Why? Because of that media. That media influence has now trickled down to them. Man, the media is very powerful.
Right,
It's very powerful.
It's their first. It's the first agent of. It's the first step of
In
there
war.
being a provocateur to war. It begins with the media. They begin by sending in the influence,
Yes, sir.
and begin to prep the people's minds.
And
then here comes the cavalry behind
And
it
that's
to lay it
like
down.
that's like a coup.
Exactly.
With
That's how
a
they do
coup, the first thing they do, they run in that radio station or that media and take
Exactly.
over
That's-
that media.
There you
That's
go.
the first thing
That's
they always
first
do.
thing they do. Knock out the television.
Yes.
Knock out the communication.
Knock out that witchcraft.
They did that in Iraq. As soon as they got it, Saddam, straight to the radio stations, straight to the news.
They're the first provocateur.
Going back to the video?
Yes, play the video. Kidon, play the video. There's a lot of
Have
stuff.
access.
There's a lot of stuff.
It should become available for them if they want it.
When
it
there
should
is
be
no
available.
food and there is no water, then if there is
And
only
that's
a
part of
limited
that
amount
cycle.
of aid,
But it is
if there
part of that
only-
cycle of poverty and dealing with poverty and overcoming poverty, is it not?
Well, that's kind of a Western solution, isn't it? But if the Africans are brought to the table, and the people are asked, the ordinary people, I'm not speaking about some doctor that works for some Western organization that is planted in Africa. If you speak to the ordinary woman on the streets of Africa, what is she asking for? She's asking for food. She's asking for water. She's asking for basic health care. And contraception continues to be like about not the last thing that they would ever think of.
But does
now,
that
talking
not,
about contraception,
but does that not play into the wider conversation about poverty and food? If they have access to contraception, if they can deal with birth control, if they can have a family planning program in place, then it deals with the issues of poverty as well.
That is the Western solution. Why don't you listen to the people first?
Because
now,
they
talking
don't want to
about
listen.
something like contraception, in all this talk about contraception, the one thing that I have never heard of in all my time trying to track all these things is something like the side effects of contraception. No one ever tells the African women when they come to promote contraception across the different African countries. No one talks about it. Now, recently, I spoke to some women in Africa who had contraception inserted into them. I think it was something like the IUD and the Implanon. And these women were crying. I found myself consoling women who had actually been experiencing these side effects that they had never heard of before. No one ever told them. But someone from a Western organization, one of these Western organizations in Africa, came and put IUDs into them and told them this is what you need to come out of poverty. That
Can you
is
pause
not
it for a
what
second?
African...
That's the reason why they will never bring her to the table.
Yes.
They will never bring any of those people to the table. The table is a white supremacist table, period.
Right.
I believe we got a phone
Video.
call too. You want to take it or you want to wait?
Let's finish the video and take the phone.
All right, hold on, caller.
It's only 2 more minutes.
And women need, that is not the single indicator to come out of poverty. What Africans need is education.
They
It's
do
opportunities.
indeed. It's
governance.
about
These are the kind of
education as
things.
well, so that they understand their basic human rights. It's not just about the
basic
West
human
coming
rights,
and
according
imposing
to you,
something.
these are colonial thoughts. So you better be careful expressing them.
Whoa! Rewind that back.
That's
Rewind
why-
that back a little
That's
bit.
the reason why she ain't coming to the
Rewind that
table.
back.
She recognized colonialism.
Colonizers.
She recognized that.
Run it back.
She said, you're a provocateur for colonialism. She understood that. She'll never be brought to the table. Go ahead.
Who had actually been experiencing these side effects that they had never heard of before. No one ever told them. But someone from a Western organization, one of these Western organizations in Africa, came and put IUDs into them and told them this is what you need to come out of poverty. That is not what African women need. That is not the single indicator to come out of poverty. What Africans need is education.
They
It's
do
opportunities.
indeed. It's
governance.
about
These are the kind of
education as
things.
well, so that they understand their basic human rights. It's not just about the
basic
West
human
coming
rights,
and
according
imposing
to you,
something.
these are colonial thoughts. So you better be careful expressing them.
That's
According
right.
To whom? So there are Africans who don't have access to education. What children are looking for is a way to get into school. Someone like myself, I was born in Africa. I was raised in Africa. My lifeline out of poverty was education. It was not contraception. And there are so many other women who have walked the same path as I have without ever having to take recourse to some contraception provided by the British government or the United States government.
So you're you're then also generalizing, speaking on behalf of every woman on the continent, saying that the majority of
Who the hell you just stop? Time out.
Solution.
Time out. Say that again, Dickie.
That's that white privilege stuff,
There it
man.
is again. So that's Satan sitting in the dress.
Wow.
Go ahead.
That's the devil right there. Go ahead.
There are Africans who don't have access to education. What children are looking for is a way to get into school. Someone like myself, I was born in Africa. I was raised in Africa. My lifeline out of poverty was education. It was not contraception. And there are so many other women who have walked the same path as I have without ever having to take recourse to some contraception provided by the British government or the United States government.
So you're you're then also generalizing, speaking on behalf of every woman on the continent, saying that the majority of them.
So are you? You're talking about a general solution when Africa is actually not a monolithic
No, all I'm
society.
saying is that they should have the right to have access to.
Well, they do. We have contraception in Africa. As a matter of fact, a lot of the aid money is being actually redirected to provision of things like contraception.
Well, when the United Nations says that more than 200 million women don't have access to it, then it's contradicting what you're saying.
How many of those people? I am not contradicting them. I'm saying these are the calculations by the United Nations. But how many of those 200 million women are actually asking for it? There is a difference between what the United Nations situation now calls the unmet need and the unmet demand. What the African women are actually dying
perhaps,
of.
you know, when we go back to education, perhaps they're unaware.
Well, it's for someone like yourself, you know, someone so kind and generous from the West to come tell them that what they need is contraception to come out of poverty. Now you give them contraception, and the next day they still don't have work. The following year they still don't have work.
Dang.
So they turn up to
Naju, I would really love to discuss this with you. To go off air. So thank you very much.
The producer said, cut her off.
Thank you very much.
Hey, she just cut her off quick.
Hey, Camilla, get some.
Hey, she lost that battle right there.
Hold on 1 second. D, in the script, we're going to the phone.
We got a phone call.
Yeah, you can. Let's
Go ahead,
let's
we'll
go
take
to the phone
let's
call
take the phone call.
and then get Captain script. Malaka, you still got the caller? All right, put him through. Go ahead, Cap.
Hey, Shalom caller, what's your name, question, or comment?
Hey, my name is Boja Joseph from the Orlando camp, and I'm commenting on the previous video you have about how they're trying to control the population of Africa. And in one instance, how they're doing this is that the sinister approach that they're using is that Bill and Melinda Gates, they give thousands of scholarships to only African women. And through education, these women, what they're doing is whenever they're educated, they're not returning to marry African men, but they're marrying Caucasian men, and they're not having a lot of children.
That's population control again.
Wow.
So that's how they get them out of poverty.
Right.
You don't have kids, we give you money.
We take the women and let them breed our children.
Right. You heard they said she said they're taking a portion of the foreign aid to contraception.
Right.
That's evil as hell.
All right, thank you for your call,
Thank
brother.
you, Cole. What you had?
Go to Psalms 58 and verse 3. I want to show y'all the mindset of the Edomite woman.
Right.
And she's just the figure of the whole race.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And notice throughout the whole conversation, the sister's bringing out points.
She don't care.
Listens, but she never comprehends.
She don't want to comprehend.
She don't want to comprehend.
She can't consider it into what she's trying to present.
Right.
Let me show you the Bible. The Bible tells you that. Read that.
Psalms chapter 58 and verse 3.
Uh-huh.
The wicked are
is the so-called white man. All right, that's the so-called white man. That's their race. When you read that in Malachi 1 and 4, read.
The wicked are estranged from the womb.
From the what?
From the womb.
The second they are born, they are wicked. You can't change them. Read.
They go astray as soon as they be born.
Doing what?
Speaking lies.
Speaking lies. Now I want to hit to the point of what she was doing this whole interview. Keep reading.
Verse 4. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent.
That's what we were just saying. The second they are able to get into the country, this is going to ruin the country. Read.
They are like the deaf adder.
They are like the what?
The deaf adder.
Read.
That stoppeth her ear.
They stop. They can't like we were saying. They can't listen
comprehend.
and put our thoughts of what the needs are. She telling them we need water.
Yep.
We need food. We need jobs.
But
you need contraception.
But Cap, guess what? This nation is a nation that cannot comprehend or has any empathy.
There you go.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah, because God made them this way.
I want to read it.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
I want to read it. I want to go back with what you said about what you read out of there. Get me 2 Thessalonians, 2nd chapter, and the 4th verse, the bottom of the 4th verse. Even though it's talking about Esau, the male, but she represents them. So her mind state is the same as Esau, as her father, the devil. Read.
2 Thessalonians what?
Chapter 2.
2 verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
I actually want the bottom part of it where it says, he has God. So that he has God. I want that part. Because I'm going to show you the reason why she's totally discounting everything.
Right.
This is the reason.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worship, so that he, as God,
she's saying, I'm representing God.
Right.
Our authority, the American way, is the authority.
That's
there's no reason to bring you to the table because your viewpoint don't count.
Right.
Go ahead.
So that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Meaning nobody can't tell us anything. So everybody else's opinion means nothing.
Right.
Now this goes much deeper than this, as we always break down in the scriptures. But that small part there is the reason why they have that attitude, because they think that they are the authority. That's the reason why the sister said, "Who are you to tell us what to do?" Because they think like this.
You know what they're doing? They're indoctrinating some of our brothers and sisters in Africa. We saw it in Ghana. They were paying one of our sisters $20,000 US to go throughout the various villages and teach contraception.
You see that?
When we were in Sierra Leone, we did a radio show. Johanna remembers, and they brought a guy on the radio show who was trying to push abortion through the airwaves.
Wow.
Can we get Psalms 10 real quick? This is about the wicked, the turkey back. I don't know if that's the right term.
That's right.
Back up from what Captain O.C. was saying.
Right.
Psalms 10, and let's start at 7.
Psalms chapter 10 and verse 7. His mouth is full of cursing.
That's the white man. It's talking about him. His mouth is full of cursing.
His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud.
Deceit and everything that comes out of their mouth is deceit and fraud. Go ahead.
Under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
Mischief and lies. Go ahead.
He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages.
He goes throughout the villages on the continent of Africa, lurking around. Go ahead.
In the secret places doth he murder the innocent.
Yeah, he's teaching murder your children and trying to give it a nice name.
Saying it's a human right, a basic human right.
It'll help in education and all that other stuff.
Exactly.
BS.
Go ahead.
His eyes are privily set against the poor.
Yeah, his eyes are privately set against. We're the poor in spirit. Go ahead.
He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his
Because
den.
nobody realizes the evil that he's doing. Your eyes really got to be open. Your spiritual eye got to be open to see what this man is doing.
Gosh, damn,
Go ahead.
Bishop.
The unrepentant ain't gonna see that on BBC right here. The unrepentant ain't seeing that.
I said gosh.
He said gosh.
He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He does catch the
grabbed
poor
it,
when
didn't
he draweth him into his net.
Draw us into his net. Go ahead.
Verse 10. He croucheth and humbleth himself.
Yeah, he tries to make himself seem Christian and humanitarian.
There you go.
That the poor may fall by his strong
That
ones.
we may give in and fall by all of his strong ones of these policies that got set up to destroy us. That was it. That's all I want out of that.
And that's the only reason why they have somebody else up there. 'Cause
Right.
They gotta present it like they not biased.
Right.
That's heavy. If you ever get the chance to look up the Kissinger report, it was back in maybe the 50s or 60s, might even been the 70s. They did a whole detail, it's like 100 or 200 pages of how to depopulate the third world brown countries so that America can stay on top, pulling their resources. And it's detailed down to the finite too of how to do it. And guess what? The main thing they want to push on every continent:
abortion.
That's that eugenics.
Population control, contraceptives, and that's what she's doing right there.
And I wanted to add about the human rights thing. Give me Sirach 15 and 20 real quick.
After that, we have a phone call.
Yeah,
Okay, yes, sir. I'll make it quick.
Hey, why
1
you
second
finding,
phone
why
call.
you finding the scripture, Bishop? You know this is the same thing as that demon.
Sanger.
What was his name? The Greeks.
Alexander
the Greeks, who conquer all the dark race. You know, basically they continue his work.
Oh,
That's what they're doing.
Right.
Yes.
That's what they're doing. They're following the same path.
Right.
With that demon.
Just like Christopher Columbus, they idolize him. You know, that's the reason why they celebrate. They're not just doing it just for any reason. They celebrate. I'm talking about America. Negroes and us, we just follow because we just crazy as hell. But when Esau does it, they know the exact reason why they're doing it, because of Christopher Columbus' philosophy was to take all of the resources from the indigenous people around the world, and if you have that, you have everything else, because the people will have to jump through hoops in order to eat. That's his actual philosophy. That's actually written in language like that. It's written like that in his logs. Okay, so they know why they celebrate him. We don't, but they do, and their whole practice is based on that philosophy.
Go ahead, Cap.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 15 and verse 20. He hath commanded no man to do wickedly.
So the Most High has commanded none of us to do wickedly. Now, according to Esau, the devil herself, she keeps pushing that as if it's okay. It's a human right to do this. They should have a choice whether or not they want to kill their young. Read it again.
Well, actually, they're not supposed to have a choice.
Right.
Right.
Thou shalt not kill. That's it.
Right.
They're not supposed to.
Right.
God don't give you no choice.
Exactly.
Thou shalt not kill. That's it.
Hey, from the time of Genesis, what the Lord said, be fruitful and multiply. That applied to every creature that he created. So what are you talking about? Damn.
Finish that up.
Verse. He hath commanded no man to do wickedly, neither have he given any man license to sin.
Right. Exactly. So forget your human rights. We deal with what God says.
That's right.
Hey,
Lord, hey, let's sow your seed.
You know when a woman say, I have the right to choose. Actually, no, you don't.
Right.
This is my body. Actually, no, that's not your body.
That means Esau, your God.
Yeah, that's Esau, your God. And I'm talking to the repentant sisters, talking about I have the right to choose. This is my body. Do I have nothing to say? No, actually, sister, you don't have a damn thing to say. That shall not kill. Shut the hell up.
That's it. The choices that we make over here in this country that we think is ours is actually television.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's the same thing that we were talking about before. The media is what controls our minds. So whatever the media, the provocateur to war, whatever they deem in our minds to be sane, we will just follow it, and we will say it's our opinion.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Deacon, you know what's so heavy about that? Because you know the scripture says the words of the mouth is smoother.
His mouth, right.
The words of his mouth is smoother than butter. Esau will put it on a lot of these women and tell that lie that the baby is not, no, if they're not
Right.
full term, the baby is not, there's no baby there.
Right.
The baby is not alive. The second that sperm and that egg collide,
They know that.
there is a heartbeat. That's it.
They know
There's
that.
life there. Yeah.
Do some research and find out about fertility clinics and Edomites. They are all in there. When when their women are up in the maternity wards giving birth, the whole family is downstairs waiting. And man, if they have twins, they're tearing up the waiting area.
You know what contraception and abortion is all really about? It goes with first and foremost population control in Esau's mind, but it's the result of living a lewd and lascivious life.
Right, exactly.
Yes, sir.
You want to have sex, and if you get pregnant by accident, kill that baby.
Kill that Exactly. baby. Yes, sir.
And
Right.
the black woman and they got to learn. Get real quick. Ezekiel
On
23.
point, Bishop. Right on, right on.
1 second.
Right.
caller.
Educate the people to that.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna read just 3 verses real quick. Who's reading? Come on. Read verse 37. This is what. This is abortion. This is contraception, all in one. Watch this.
Ezekiel chapter 23 and verse 37. They have committed adultery.
See, that's the root right there, adultery, that lascivious knife. Go ahead.
And blood is in their hands. And their idols have they committed, and with their idols have they committed adultery.
Go ahead.
And have also caused their sons, whom they bear unto me, to pass for them through the fire to devour them.
They were killing, Israelite women were killing their sons back then as a result of what? Adultery. Jump over to verse 48, 49. Listen,
40
black woman, Latin woman, listen, this is you.
Verse 48. Thus will I cause lewdness to cease out of the land.
Wow.
That all women may be taught not to do after your lewdness. And they shall recompense your lewdness upon you, and ye shall bear the sins of your idols, and ye shall know that I am the Lord
So,
God.
and that's what Esau pushes, a lewd, lascivious life. Now they want to kill, because that's what they push over here.
Yeah.
And kill a baby. Now they say over in Africa, we got to populate, population control, kill these people to take their resources.
Yes, sir.
Wicked as hell.
So what Bishop just read is they're pushing sin on us,
Yeah.
so we can stay on sin, and we can stay on sin.
Yeah.
So the more we stay on sin, the more they stay in power.
Damn.
Hey, let's put the caller through. Shalom, caller. What's your name, question, or comment? Please turn your device down.
I'm here.
What's your name, sis?
Yes, sir. Shalom, sir. With my partner. This is Shifa from RUIC, Toronto, Canada.
Shalom, sis.
Shalom, sis.
Good day, young bird.
Yes, sir.
Toronto, Canada. Comment ça va?
I don't speak French, but
Oh, she don't speak French.
See that? You thought you had one, D.
From
See
Canada.
that?
I thought, hey, are you Benji?
No, she's Levi.
No.
What tribe are you, sis?
I'm actually Judah, sir.
Dang! Judah.
Yeah. No praises.
What's your question or comment, sis?
So I actually wanted to make 3 main comments in regards to all we're talking about. In terms of, first of all, the IUD, for the last 5 years now, they've been pushing a lot of series, videos, movies on YouTube, everything about contraceptives and just the whole gay campaign and everything. And one particular one that's on YouTube is called MTV Sugar, and it involves teenage boys and girls in high school, and now they educate people about HIV and IUD and other form of contraceptives. And all of these videos, they're all put in a comedic sense. So you kind of laugh about it, but they're slowly changing the mindset of the people. The second thing I wanted to add on is about the fact that Esau never wants to help us in any way unless you accept their gender. For example, during the time of Boko Haram, the Chibok girls and everything, they said they were not going to help us unless we accepted the gay campaign, right? So that kind of goes into how the devil just want to force things upon us and take advantage of the state we're in. And also, the third point is about, kind of also goes into contraceptives. When I went to Nigerian University, I did some articles about how the mindset of our people wearing West Africa. And basically, all the articles I was finding was how they say that we are all, West Africans or African people are they have this mindset that they don't know what they're doing, they're uneducated, it's divisionized because we are not accepting contraceptives. And they say, like I said, all the articles you find on the science articles, they all say that it's a myth that contraceptives and many vaccines causes basically make women infertile. It has happened in the North a lot, but right now they're messing up all the articles in the sense that we are weird that because we do not accept contraceptives and then we're stupid, right?
Okay.
That's the 3 points I would love to ask there.
All right. Thank you for your call, sis.
She made a good point that
Thank you,
back
sis.
in when that AIDS epidemic did hit, they don't have a cure for it. So the cure for it was they started pushing that contraceptive so those gay men and all that stuff could have sex. The same way now they don't have no cure for the corona.
They have no
So the
cure
only
for the
thing
flu.
is stay away from each other. That's it. They ain't got no cure for
the
it.
common cold.
That's where all this contraceptive got pushed real heavy to keep them back doors from getting AIDS in the butt.
And it puts Band-Aids on whatever issue is going on health-wise. So
But you know why?
it keeps you dealing with it, but you have to now just pay and live with it. You pay more money coming out your pocket while you live with the symptoms or whatever you got.
But they hypocrites because they have a term called feticide that any they can kill the baby if they want to.
Right.
But if a woman has tested positive and she conception as in pregnant and you do something to make her lose that baby, then it's called feticide.
Right. Two murders.
Right. So you get charged with it when they want you to, but when they want to, then it's not a life yet.
Yeah.
But if you do it, then it was a life. You take the charge of double murder.
Hypocrisy.
But you know what I like about the interview? The African countries, they start waking up.
Yeah.
They start realize these guys is the devil.
Right. Yes.
About time.
Yeah, you see the black woman stand up. You see that sister right there? I love that sister right there.
Yeah.
She used to be the ambassador.
Oh yeah.
I love that sister. Listen, she's speaking up now. A lot of them start speaking up. They start saying, wait a minute. What Esau, these guys is doing to us, they're killing us.
And
they're taking all our resources. Our people cannot eat. They start waking up. And a lot of these sisters, they start speaking up. I don't see the men really speaking up except that brother they killed. What's his name? I love that brother. What's his name? What's his name? That brother. They killed him back then. His best friend killed him.
That's Sankara. That was a while ago.
That was a while ago.
Sankara, right?
And now
you got
there's a couple of them.
P.L.O. Lumumba.
He's speaking up. They start speaking up because they start seeing these white men for what it is. They are the devil. And I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that they're waking up. And when they wake up, they're going to unify. They're going to unify.
You know the African Union fired this sister right here.
Yes.
You knew that was coming.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because she was speaking up. They didn't like that thing. You know, some of these African leaders, they're still puppets.
Yeah.
Still following the white man.
That's because the world dominating power believes in Christopher Columbus.
Right.
You're right. But the reason I wanted to read this is read this article right quick. That's just a couple of lines.
COVID-19. We don't need WHO, the World Health Organization.
Okay.
Western world to authenticate Madagascar herbal cure, former AU ambassador. Former AU ambassador Dr. Arikana Chikambori Kwa has voiced out that the African continent does not need the Western world to clinically prove or tell the continent what to do with the new COVID-19 herbal cure discovered in Madagascar. The former ambassador is speaking in a live video interview with Dinta Amatinge, monitored by Ghanaian journalist Attractive Mustafa Ni Okai Inshu on discouraging responses coming from the World Health Organization and the Western world. She said that for so many years, the Western world has stolen many of Africa's intellectual property.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
They do. There's an article actually I was reading the other day. The Queen of England, that thing she got in her head, the biggest diamond, they stole it from Africa.
Of course, everything.
They took it and they never returned it. They actually stole it from Africa.
It's called the Queen's Jewel. Yeah,
yes,
it came from
they stole it from Africa.
She added that many of the drugs from the Western world that are repackaged after mass production are naturally from Africa.
That's a fact.
Madagascar herbal cure. I see it to be amazing. We have to understand that Africa intellectual properties have been stolen for a century now. I'm so pleased to see Madagascar taking a position. We do not need the Western world to tell us what to do with our medicine, she said.
Amen to that.
She questions how can the Western world be telling Africa what to do when most of the herbs in Africa have been proven by our great-grandfathers. I remember when I was growing up, where someone was sick, we go to the backyard and get a few leaves and the person will be better.
You see that thing? You know what's so crazy about this? And there was no such a thing as
Western medicine.
No.
Medications.
No, when you take medication, what's that called?
Pills.
Antibiotics.
There was no such a thing as no side effects.
Right.
What she's talking about. But with Western medicine, everything there's a side effect.
You got to read the label.
Yes.
You see
Everything
the
is
thing
side
on
effect.
IUD that the previous lady said, those IUDs are killing the people.
Yeah.
Women.
Right.
And she said, that's what the first lady said. The first lady said, your guys come in these people this pill, but your guys never explain to them there's a side effect.
Sadiq, think about this now. She said all the medicines that the Western world uses is repackaged from African herbs.
I believe that.
So what if they take away all those African herbs? So the Western world ain't got no medicine anyway without the African herbs.
That's right.
She congratulated the African countries who have come out to endorse the herbs and urged other countries who are yet to make statements on the herbs to rally behind Madagascar.
You know who the World Health Organization said, we don't recognize who the hell are they?
Right.
Who the hell are you?
Right.
Go ahead.
We don't want you to recognize anything.
That's a branch of white supremacy.
Yep.
Africa has a lot to offer when it comes to health and herbal medicines, and I applaud the African countries who have so far come out to support Madagascar. I recommend to the world to rather support. What we need from World Health Organization is for them to push finance to Madagascar instead of wanting to shut them down.
Shut them up.
Shut them up, which won't work.
And I got a book called Medical Mafia about the World Health Organization, and it shows that for health, they are the organization that basically keeps you sick. So you just live off the medications. Right. Now you got AIDS, you can live off of that. No, AIDS was big in the 80s, 90s, and everybody was scared of it. But now it's no big deal. You can just take a shot, you good. But that's what they do. If they can't capitalize on this thing, they don't want it around.
That is why in Washington, the pharmaceutical companies, they got the biggest lobbies.
The lobbyists, yeah.
It's them and
that's big business.
The so-called Jewish people. They got the biggest lobbies.
Right.
Because these politicians, they pay them millions. The pharmaceutical companies pay billion to make sure they keep people sick.
Right.
They pass laws to make sure they keep people sick. That's how they make billions of dollars.
There's money in keeping you sick. There's big money in that, keeping you sick.
That's Job 13:4. Is that it? Is that the scriptures?
No physicians and no body.
Right.
Because, Deke, it's just like you always say, and every time you put a system behind a word, there's a desired outcome.
Yep.
You have a political system, you have an education system, you have a prison system,
just like the medical.
Yep.
All of it, they have a desired outcome they want.
Yep.
Read that.
Job chapter 13 and verse 4.
Read it.
But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value.
Because their medicine all has side effects.
Right.
Everything.
Right.
Hey, you know what's so heavy, heavy about what you said, Deacon Malachi, is you know how you go on here and you'll watch some of the camp videos, and YouTube will have the the commercials that come through. The commercials, the last one that I seen, and it keeps popping up, is a damn devil Edomite talking about, hey, you investors, now's the time. Invest in vaccinations. This is the thing now. Big money off of vaccinations and pills. So, yeah,
you know something wicked they did though, Cap? The World Health Organization that nobody really talk about. Like the reason that we have like the labels on our food that tell you how much potassium, how much calcium, or whatever's in your food, because the World Health Organization is the people that label all natural food as drugs. So they took it and said, this is drugs, so you're only allowed to have so much potassium in your body. So now that they can monitor what goes into the food, what goes into what medicines you have, what goes into how much herbs you can use for curing.
A lot of people didn't even pick up on the fact that it's called Food and Drug Administration. That's the point you're bringing up. That's the psychology that they use all over the planet. People just stupefied.
People
in
like,
the
oh,
system.
they just monitor food and drugs
no.
because they made your food considered a drug. So you can't have this much potassium. It's illegal for you to have this much iron. It's illegal for you to have, because we've labeled this the same as cocaine. You can't have this much of it.
Hey, let me tell you, I kind of feel sorry for Judah. I'm going to tell you why. You know, Judah is the only one that have no place to go.
This guy.
Like, for example, let me Bishop, let me bring the point what I'm saying.
Haiti don't belong to you.
Remember the scripture in Genesis 49?
Before you even get started,
Judah.
Haiti, there was some documentaries that was released. Now I gotta say, you starting trouble.
No,
you need to get back to the video.
Yeah, let's get. What I was gonna say was,
ask the Clintons, where did the money go?
Damn.
What did I say? Let's get back to the video.
All I was gonna say was, that's have something to do with the video. I was going to talk about the medicine. You know how Genesis 49 said Judah is going to be, how they said, the neck of the enemy. What I was going to say is, you know, that's what she was saying in their third world countries. A lot of them cannot afford medication here. The question is, how do they survive? They survive with the plants, because in Genesis, that's what Mosai give us in the first place. Mosai never give us a Western medication.
What
I was gonna say was, I can run back to Haiti, go in the backyard, get me some leaves and tea. Judah can't. Judah have nowhere to run to. Judah have to survive in Western medication.
We got the Most High.
Hey, I believe we got a phone call
That's
too.
it.
Believe we got a phone call. Shalom, caller. What's your name,
Hello.
question, or comment?
Shalom, leadership. Hi.
Shalom.
I am
You got
Sister Sarah.
Shalom, sis.
Shalom.
You
I
read it?
wanted to make a comment about our people speaking up in Africa. One of the leadership made a comment that we're the men. And it's true, a lot of men are not saying anything much in Africa right now. But there's a particular brother, and he has a radio show in West Africa. He knows who we are. He speaks up often. His radio show is called, I don't want to put it out there on the air, but
You can email it to us
no.
then. You can email it to us.
Okay, fine. He speaks out often. He comes on every Wednesday and Monday. He just did a radio show yesterday. He has said who we are. His last show, he actually said that many of our people are from Manasseh. He says Manasseh, that's the way he pronounces it, and Ephraim. He said we came down through parts of, he said, Sudan.
So he acknowledges the slave
around in
trade.
there, but he's talking about our moving around in West Africa. He knows who we are. He's been saying this for years to our people in West Africa. He got arrested in 2015 for that. The government there, I'm not going to say the country, put him in jail for about almost 2 years. They've tried to kill him at least 2 or 3 times. He goes around the world and speaks to our people. So the Most High is working
Is that the Biafra brother?
Our profits.
Is that the Biafra brother?
I want you all to know that there's a brother in West Africa
sister.
who is speaking out.
Yeah, sister, the bishop asked a question. He says, is that the Biafra brother?
Yes, it is him.
Okay, I know
Yes.
you're talking about.
And I listen to his radio station sometimes. And actually, a lot of what he says is parallel to what leadership is saying over here in the West. So the Most High is hitting it both ways.
All praises.
And the brother doesn't take no tea for the fever. He's very to the point. He don't give our people no slack or the other nations. So I just want you all to know that.
All praise to the Most High.
All praise to the Most High.
Thank you, sis.
All praise.
Hey, I don't want people to think I hate Judah, man.
Yeah.
With that Judah,
It might be too late, Dave.
With that Judah, I cannot get to the kingdom. So I don't want people to think I hate Judah.
You mean without Christ, you can't?
Without Christ, I cannot get to the kingdom. Christ from the tribe of Judah.
Yes.
So I don't hate Judah. I just like making fun of Judah because Judah tortured me for years.
You hate Judah.
Traumatized you.
Judah traumatized me.
Yeah.
So now I'm in the truth. I'm taking all my traumatized on Judah.
We're trying to fix Judah.
We were traumatized by Levi, but we don't bring it up. Right.
Bishop was traumatized by Levi.
Y'all used to throw chicken bones at us.
Bishop.
And mud pies and all kinds
Remember what he
of
did
stuff.
to your tooth? Remember what he
they
did to
broke
your
my
tooth?
When I went to the Levi restaurant, y'all had
never
nuts and
traumatized.
bolts
We never
in the food.
traumatized
I was
you.
traumatized.
Levi, I love y'all.
You're right.
But they almost tried to kill you.
Yes,
in
they
the car.
tried to kill me.
Nobody has seen you, bro.
I'm just saying.
Stop bringing the past.
Levi be doing some crazy stuff, man.
Yeah. Y'all ain't right.
The past.
Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holy crap!
You surrounded.
7. Holy crap! I'm sweating by Judah. I gotta watch my back now.
no baby powder gonna get you out of this either.
See that disrespectful?
You be dry though.
That disrespectful.
You'll be dry though. Okay. This is Deacon Yawasat wanted us to put this up and show this. So go ahead and read that for Deacon Yawasat.
Well, actually, I think that's the last page. There was pages before. Is it?
Go
Is
to
that
the
in
other
order?
ones.
Let me see what because there was 3.
America's billionaires.
Is that the first one? Yeah, that's the second one there. So yeah.
Let me go back to it.
This was the first one.
I'll go back to it.
All right. What's going on?
Yeah. The America's Billionaires. That's the first one. We were talking about the medicines, Food and Drug Administration, and how it's a tool for the rich and powerful to control everything. Okay, so when diseases come aboard, somebody's making a profit off of this.
Oh hell yeah!
Okay, just like the contraception and the thing that we were talking about in the video previous. They wanted to push that because ultimately it's going to lead to an economic gain.
Yes.
So every atrocity, every mishap is a managed mishap. And it is managed to the point where all you got to do is follow the money and you'll know who's behind it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Read that.
American billionaires saw their fortune soar.
Now, this is from CNBC. Okay? It was a video on YouTube where these clips came from. Read it.
Americans billionaires saw their fortune soar by $434 billion during the U.S. lockdown between mid-March and mid-May, according to a new report. Amazon Jeff Bezos and Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg had the biggest gains, with Bezos adding $34.6 billion to his wealth and Zuckerberg adding $25 billion.
Next slide.
So you see what Deacon is saying? What Deacon is saying is, now you got people who don't have a job. You got 30 million people in America right now without a job.
Yeah, they're making money.
I think it's more. But you got 30 million people right now without a job, and this guy's making money. So the guy had, how much money was that?
One had 34 and one had
the guy
25.
had 34 million to his fortune. Billion to his fortune. You cannot make this stuff up.
And Deacon, that goes to show you again, they making that because of their stocks. They stocks.
Yeah.
And that's showing you that America is Babylon.
Yeah. Right.
Because everybody puts their money in our markets. They don't put their money anywhere else. They come to our markets and make money.
And just like you said, you mentioned about stocks, because who's going to bet on, like the prison industry? When they put bets on the prison industry, who would put your money? Who would put their money in the stock market or a hotel if you ain't going to have people in it.
Right.
So they knew that the system itself was going to produce criminals, so to speak, to have the population boom, and they're going to be making money at the same time. So they already knew it. So invest in medicine because a sickness is coming.
Hey, just like the prison system, they use Israelites for both of those because during the first part of the pandemic, they were saying that the Hispanics and the blacks were the only ones working because they was working for Amazon delivering your toilet paper and your whatever you needed
So
because
they
you was
knew that.
stuck in your house.
So they knew that.
And the
They
same thing with
betted on that
Facebook.
too.
According to the report, the net worth of America's billionaires grew 15% during the 2-month period.
2 months only. That's how much money they made in 2 months.
To 3.382 trillion from 2.948 trillion.
Hey,
So
this-
they were already
Almost $400 million.
Hey, but this goes right back to what we always say. If just imagine one day, just keep the Lord's Sabbath for one day.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
How you
Just
will
one law.
Yep.
One law.
For one day.
For one day.
But there's some heavy witchcraft that's preventing our people from coming to that little realization.
Yeah, that's true.
The biggest gains were at the top of the billionaire pyramid with the richest 5 billionaires: Bezos, Bill Gates, Zuckerberg, Warren Buffett, and Larry Ellison, seeing a combined wealth gain of $76 billion.
So Bill Gates made money as he stepped down.
Now you see why.
Stepped down and made some
Now
money.
you see why
Damn.
they don't want that Madagascar.
That was the
medicine.
point. That's why I said
Now
it.
you see why they don't want it. Because they're not making money off it. That's why they reject
Right.
it.
Madagascar is not on the stock market.
No.
So
Evil,
it
man.
ain't no point in us going back to regular. If they making that much money, they like keep them in lockdown. We balling right now.
I believe we got a phone call. Shalom, caller. What's your name, question, or comment?
Hi, this is Crystal. I just want.
Turn your television down, please.
Yep, I just did. Sorry about that. I just wanted to make a comment about what you guys were talking about with the Food and Drug Administration. So I used to be in medical school, and I grew up around herbs, natural medicine, and stuff like that all my life. And when I got to medical school, I realized, like, you know, we're really not going to be the type of doctors that we wanted to be, because healing doctors are basically banned in America. And it was a lot of other, you know, people that I was in school with who didn't really care about that, because it was mostly about the money for them. And so, like, a lot of these new doctors, they're not taught a lot of the things that the older doctors were taught. And, like, for instance, you only spend 1 week studying nutrition, so they have no idea how food works with the body.
Right.
They've changed all the physiology classes and the biology classes, like a lot of the structures and things like that about learning how the bodies work are not being taught anymore. Like learning how certain plants, you know what I mean, affect the body and things like that. It's not being taught to these doctors anymore. And all the doctors that have that knowledge are really, really old, retired. You know, they're being replaced with basically like dummies, really.
Hey, sis.
Yeah.
It's all about making money. That's the point she's making, and I've seen that.
Exactly.
And correct me if I'm wrong, sis. If the doctor now prescribes something that goes against that, for instance, they come in some alternative medicine that they're not supposed to prescribe at their office, they're in risk. They're in risk of losing their license. Am I right, sis?
Yes, you are absolutely
So they're
correct.
in a box too. They're in a box. The nurses are in a box. The whole system is in a box. You have to follow that guideline, or you are in threat of losing your way of earning a living.
Exactly. And a lot of people, too, don't understand, like, how the whole Obamacare thing worked. It was more than just they want everybody to have insurance. No, it put even tighter regulations on doctors as well. So that's what a lot of people don't realize. And that's why some doctors were fighting and others didn't, because they were already working hand in hand with the pharmaceutical company. And understand this, pharmaceutical owns agriculture. So
Say that again, sis.
Pharmaceuticals own agriculture.
Wow.
own agriculture. They all work together, and they do teach you that in school, but I think it goes over a lot of people's heads. Like when I did my first year of medical school, I had just came into truth, so I was looking at everything with more spiritual eyes at that point. And it was just like, wow, like it really is a system set up to destroy us. Like it really is. And most of the American scientific studies around health and how things work and food and things like that are garbage. You're really only going to find real good studies in the UK, but even now they're starting to fade away as well. And it's because of the World Health Organization.
There you go.
Wow. So I'm going to go back to what Christ said. A kingdom that's divided cannot stand.
Yep.
They all in it together. Thank you, sis.
Thank you for your course, sis.
You're welcome, Shalom.
Thank you. Shalom. Right. They all in it together. It's 12 o'clock. What you want to do? I was gonna Kidan, I sent you a video. How long it is? How long is it?
7 minutes.
Dang, that's too long.
Yeah, we have to go over it next week.
We have to go.
Kidan, there's Alicious, one of y'all. I sent something about that chokehold. Just to we can close out on it. Blood choke. Can we read it? Because they're trying to be slick now and saying that George Floyd didn't die from being
from
the knee to the neck.
Right. Yeah, but this brothers were explaining. This is the move that they used on him. Read that.
This is a blood choke. Blood chokes or carotid restraints, sleeper holds, are a form of strangulation that compress one or both of the carotid arteries and or the jugular veins without compressing the airway.
See, without compressing the airways.
That cop knew that.
Yes.
He knew that.
Hence causing cerebral ischemia.
I can't see the word. Is it asphyxia?
No, it's not asphyxia.
Okay.
Ischemia and whoa.
What the hell is this?
Yeah, you moved. Okay, and a temporary hypoxic condition in the brain. A well-applied blood choke may lead to unconsciousness in 10 to 20 seconds. Injury or death is plausible if the arteries remain constricted for more than 20 seconds. Compared to strangulation with the hands, properly applied blood choke requires little physical strength.
That's what the cop did.
Wow.
That's why he had his,
That's why he had his knee on it, and he kept
hand.
the pressure, put pressure on the knee to press it into the artery to stop the blood from going to the brain. If the brain goes dead, the heart stops.
Right.
That's the point.
Evil, man.
Damn devil.
Hey, Kidan, Captain Shema said the first 2 minutes of that video, that's all you needed.
He knew what he was doing. There's so much behind that. Oh God.
And the man was he was basically in a tube of restraint. You had two officers that was holding him against listen to this, against the vehicle. The vehicle itself served as a restraint.
Yes.
You pressed up against the vehicle so you can't move on this. Then you got two other people
that are on you.
Got you on, got your feet
and you're handcuffed.
Legs, have your hands, and you're handcuffed.
You couldn't. Hey, that's what I was
That's
saying
crazy,
yesterday.
man.
He couldn't even restrain his bladder.
Right.
That was it. Damn.
Not to mention that hot concrete gonna suck the
Yeah,
life
suck
out
the
of
life
you,
out
boy.
of you.
So that's what we witnessed.
Damn, man.
Go ahead, play the video.
I remember this.
I think there is a fundamental misstatement of the issue in the question. We can no longer
This is the
continue
president of
to
Ghana.
make policy for
And the president of
ourselves, in
France.
our country, in our region, in our continent, on the basis of whatever support the Western world or France or the European Union can give us.
Look how
It
uncomfortable
will
the
not
president looks.
work. It has not worked, and it will not work. Our responsibility is to charter a path which is about how we can develop our nations ourselves. It is not right for a country like Ghana, 60 years after independence, to still have its health and education budgets being financed on the basis of the generosity and charity of European taxpayers. By now, we should be able to finance our basic needs ourselves. And if we are going to look at the next 60 years as a period of transition, a period whereby we can stand on our own feet. Our perspective has not to be what the French taxpayer decides to do with whatever surpluses that they have in France. They're welcome. They are appreciated. Whatever interventions that the French taxpayer through their governments make to us are appreciated. We're not going to lick a gift horse in the mouth. But this continent, with all that has happened, is still today the repository of at least 30% of the most important minerals of the world. It is a continent of vast, arable and fertile lands. It has the youngest population of any of the continents in the world. So it has the energy and the dynamism. We have seen it. These young men who are showing so much resilience and ingenuity in crossing the Sahara, finding ways to go across with rickety boats across the Mediterranean to really, those energies, we want to have those energies working inside our countries. And we're going to have those energies working in our countries if we begin to build systems that tell the young people of our country that their hopes, their opportunity are right here with us.
That's it.
My
I'm telling you, they're going to
Come
unite.
They're waking up. Together.
They're waking up.
Yes.
I'm telling you, they are waking up. They're stuck to realize this man is the devil.
You see the devil's face the whole time?
He uncomfortable as hell.
He's uncomfortable as hell.
Hook-nosed bastard.
He's thinking of a way to kill them all because that's why they were afraid of Malcolm. Because Malcolm was speaking in the UN, speaking on about the Pan-African community coming together, and they said this is too much. This is too much. We got to start to change this a little bit with some depth.
Gaddafi also because he was pushing that, and he had the power with the goal to unite that country. So
Same thing with Saddam, right? They're all in that.
Can I get a script real quick? A quick
one. Yeah, quick one because we're about to close.
Yes, sir. Give me Micah 4 and 11. Read down to 13. All right. Micah 4 and 11, because what they're trying to do, they're trying to keep us in sin. They're trying to keep us, they're trying to continue to extort us with the medicines, all right? But watch this.
Micah chapter 4 and verse 11.
Come on.
Now also many nations are gathered against thee that say, let her be defiled.
They said, hey, let them remain in sin, all right? Let's continue to oppress these people, read.
And let our eye look upon Zion.
Watch this, come on.
But they know not the thoughts of the Lord. Neither understand they his counsel.
They don't get. No, it doesn't matter how much they afflict us, how much they oppress us. The Most High is going to get the victory at the end of the day. Read on.
For he shall gather them as the sheaves unto the floor.
Watch this.
Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion.
And that video right there was an example of our people starting to wake up and arise and get out of the deep sleep that we've been in for over 400 years. Read.
For I will make thine horn iron, and I will make thy hoofs brass.
Come on.
And thou shalt beat in pieces many people.
That's why they was getting scared. They was tight. That's why the other interviewer earlier, she had to stop the interview. That's why he was tight in that video right there. Read.
And I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord.
Come on.
And their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth.
Of the whole earth. So, hey, all praise to the Most High. We starting to see our people wake back up.
They're waking up. They're waking up. I just pray once I continue to use IUIC to go over there and continue to wake them up, man.
Hey, Deke, you know what that is? That's like when you've been getting a free bite of your little brother food. You know, you're like, hey, let me taste that for you. Make sure it ain't poison. Then your little brother get old enough. Now they know. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You just like, nah, you ain't getting no more of my food.
You be hitting them with that I be your friend. If you give me some, I'll be your
what's
friend.
going on now.
Cap.
All right, all praises, brothers and sisters. That's our show for today. Please remember, we do have a school open in Riverdale, Georgia, 691 Highway 138 in Riverdale, Georgia. The hell so funny. Remember, we have online classes 3 times a day, 7 days a week for absolutely free at IUIC Classrooms on Facebook and Israel United in Christ on Periscope. Donations, if you want to give to the body, you can do so via PayPal at iuic.atlanta@israelunite.org. If you want to give to the Booster Club, you could give via PayPal at iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org.
One last thing. Make sure you sign up for the Biggest Loser competition as well. The
That's right.
Last day to register is Monday. All right, last day to register is Monday.
Monday, as in tomorrow?
No,
Monday?
next Monday.
Okay.
Next Monday.
All
The
right.
8th.
We want to give thanks to a couple of brothers and sisters behind the scene to make this possible. Officer Elisha, Officer Kidan, Officer Johannan, Officer Officer Zedaniah, Officer Asa, Officer Elrod, Officer Malachi, Officer Adino, Officer Kenaniah, and Officer
Zakor.
Zakor. I was about to say Zakai. Sisters who provide breakfast for us. Sister
Gila.
Galia.
Gila.
She changed
He
it.
spelled it wrong.
Sister Gila, Sister Tangela, and Sister Nashan from House of Officer
LaShawn.
Nashan.
Non-spelling, bro.
Nashan.
My name is LaShawn.
Well, I see Nashan, bro.
Hey, don't call my wife no Nation.
LaShawn, Sister LaShawn from the House of Officer Milai.
Officer Gad.
Turn the camera around. Turn the camera in the back. Turn the camera in the back. We have a lot of officers.
Get down. Switch the camera. Or whoever.
Hey, officers. Say your name as the camera go around. Starting with you. Starting with the officer with the black shirt right behind Officer Johannan. Stand up, boy, quick. Stand up, boy, quick.
What's your name? That's nobody can hear him. Officer Daniel from the.
All right, next brother. Hurry up. Next brother. Come on.
Officer Jermel, Arkansas County. Officer Baruch, Arkansas County. Officer Azaniah, Miami County.
Oh wow.
Officer Amos, Jacksonville County. Officer Baruch, IUSC Orlando. Officer Oram, Jacksonville County. Officer Daniel, Jacksonville County. Officer Jeremiah, Jacksonville. Officer Joanne, Jacksonville. Okay. Officer Benji, Seattle.
Seattle. The brother behind Malachi.
Soldier and Tallahassee County.
There you go. Okay, starting right here.
Officer Sampson, Tallahassee. Officer Hezekiah, Tallahassee. Officer Losias, Tallahassee. Officer Obadiah, IUIC, Tallahassee.
All praise to the Most High.
Officer Elijah, Tallahassee County.
Right there.
Okay.
Soldier Ezekiel, Arkansas County. Officer Emmanuel, Arkansas. Officer Gerard, Arkansas. Soldier Titus, IUIC, Arkansas. Soldier Jacob, Arkansas.
Okay, we want to thank. Oh, that's it. We also want to thank Officer Zakar from Miami.
Did he get demoted?
Captain Zakar from Miami.
Oh, okay.
Captain Zakar from Miami. Captain Severus from Miami camp. Officer Yadan from Tennessee.
All praise.
Captain
Mattathias.
Captain Asik. Did that say Officer Yadan? Captain Yadan. Officer Mattathias from Tallahassee camp.
Lord have mercy.
Captain, he's a captain.
Captain. I'm sorry. Captain Mattathias from Tallahassee and Captain Osi from Orlando camp. Sorry, brothers.
Amazing.
And of course,
Jewish shop right there.
Yausap.
Yeah, you got your
Deacon
whole
Yausap.
All of Judah. All of Judah. He messed
Deacon
up all
Yausap.
of
By the
Judah.
way, all Judah.
All
And
praise to the Most High.
what is your radio show? Quick, Cap, your radio show. Tell them
Four Corners News.
Tell them the time
where the
of day.
truth speaks.
Times day.
Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And we got
That was that Billy D. Williams for the women's voices. I heard that. I caught that.
Deacon, your radio show.
6:30 Friday. The Bible, the Book of Our Fathers.
That's right.
Osi.
The Lion's Den every Sunday at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. And also, I'm gonna go ahead and plug Deacon Abiel. He coming back on
Yes.
air this week.
Absolutely.
That's right.
That's right.
Everybody
Big Judah.
waiting on that. Fix your face.
Your face will be back.
Big Judah.
So,
Hey, when Deacon Malachi is supposed to come back? With the
We're working on
Ravening
him.
Wolves.
he's done.
Yeah, we're working on him.
Okay.
Hey, so don't get too excited. I heard Fix Your Face might be canceled next week, so we don't know yet.
What the hell?
It's a joke. It's an inside joke.
Hey, Tennessee got any radio?
I got to make a phone call.
Yeah, we have a radio show, Understanding Prophecy, but it runs about the same time as this show, but we do it on a local radio station, so it's going on right now.
Okay.
We
What
got
about you,
one more.
Mattathias?
Writings on the Wall every Sunday at 3 p.m.
I like that.
Writings on the Wall.
Sound like an R&B
What about
Hold on, D. Hold on. Also got Creole Corner Sundays at 6 p.m.
Sock by Sock.
Every other Sunday, 6 p.m. Creole.
Subway.
Safeway.
Safeway. Amos, you got any radio show over there?
Yep, they got the podcast every Monday.
We have the Lost in Lives podcast on SoundCloud.
Say it again.
What's it called?
Lost in Lives podcast.
Lost in Lives
Lost in
podcast.
Lives.
What time? Day and time.
No, that's released every Monday
It's released every Monday at what time?
at 8
At
a.m.
8 a.m. That's IUIC
Lost in
Jacksonville.
Lives.
Do we miss any?
And we have also the Victory Station. We are live on the Victory Station every Thursday at 6:15 p.m.
That's a radio station?
Yes, sir.
What's the radio dial?
It's 94.7.
94.7
If you're in Jacksonville.
if you're in Jacksonville.
Yes, sir. And 1340.
All praise to the Most High.
Do we miss any? Do we miss any? Any? We got everything?
You guys
Oh.
see, doing big things.
Give me Bishop. Let me have one of these cups.
Oh, just leave it there? Oh, he want the shot.
Zooming in on it. Yeah.
You're gonna zoom in on it.
Okay, zoom in on it. Of course, Israel, support us. We still have some cups left. Coffee cups, support us. We're using the money for to buy equipment. As you know, our IT team, man, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
So-
Also, brothers and sisters, on the website.
Oh, it's $10.
Oh, they are $10.
They are $10 plus shipping and handling. $7 shipping and handling. $10 plus $7 shipping and handling.
So it's a $20 cup.
Whoa. Are you sure? No. Oh.
Nah, brother.
One
think that's
All right, we're gonna work out the shipping. We'll work out the shipping.
One more thing here. Go to IsraelUnite.org and click on the news because we had some questions. Click the news tab on IsraelUnite.org to find Hebrew Journal.
That's what I was going to say. All
Okay,
praises.
so go there because a lot of people asking. It'll drive traffic to the website,
Exactly.
and you can keep up with the news through Hebrews Journal.
Perfect.
Also, Israel,
All
don't
praises.
forget to support the Booster Club. The Booster Club. As soon as this thing is over, listen, we're gonna be kicking. We're waiting to run. So continue to support us with the Booster Club. I also want to thank the viewers. Without your guys, there's no show. Thank you for laughing at our corny jokes.
That's right.
Thank you for your support. Thank you for coming every Sunday with us. I know you want to be sleeping. You want to be sleepy because I know last night you probably go sleep late. But thank you for supporting us. Thank you for continuing to be our greatest listeners. Bishop, of course, we want to thank Bishop for being here. Hey, Bishop's still here because there's coronavirus in New York. I know Malaka is gonna be like, hey, why you always say that? But anyway, anything else, Cap?
No, sir.
Cap?
Sign up for the Biggest Loser.
That's it? You good? Yeah. Anything else?
Watch Four Corners News.
Promotion. All right, stay tuned for the promotion. With that, Israel, we say shalom.
So, ladies, we know that the tabernacle of God lies with men. However, 1 Corinthians chapter 11 dictates what is the proper order for a repentant Israelite woman. We know that our power is in the scriptures. So as long as we follow those guidelines that were set by our righteous foremothers, we're going to be setting the course for future generations to come. So with that being said, what's your superpower? Is your superpower being shamefaced? Is your superpower being in subjection to your Lord? Let's see what a true superpower and repentant Israelite woman is. Come join us. Shalom.
They try to tell us that our strength is measured by a man. That's not true. That's not
And a woman's role is weakness if we submit to him. But we know our true power, and it comes from within. With the guidance of our Father, we help build our nation. Joyfully, joyfully, joyfully. Confident in silence, it's our superpower. Modesty in motion, it's our superpower. Shame-faced and glowing, it's our superpower. Waiting on the Lord, it's our superpower.
So Sarah, with the daughters of Sarah, shining our light. With the daughters of Sarah, visit our website. Visit our website.
Bell Financial Consulting is strategically designed for our customers' priority first. Our mission is to have a customer-focused foundation by providing multifaceted business opportunities, tax preparation for your personal and your small business, grant writing, for-profit and nonprofit organizations, corporate filings, S Corp, C Corp, and LLC, bookkeeping for small businesses, financial coach for your personal financial needs and your business needs, and business plans. Our aim is to exceed all of your financial needs. It is our pleasure to service your corporation, and we thank you for taking one step forward to the enhancement of the financial future of your organization. Thank you for choosing Bell Financial Consulting and Bell Outsourcing Solution, the reliable, smarter choice.
ID for Hebrews. ID for Hebrews.
ID for Hebrews. ID for Hebrews. ID for Hebrews. ID for Hebrews. ID for Hebrews. ID for Hebrews. ID.
Shalom Israel, I'm a licensed Israel. I've been doing it for 25 years. Please check out my ministries. Thank you.
Hey bro, I thought you were having a cookout. This is the cookout. This is not a cookout. Try some of this. When you salt of the earth, it makes everything better. Now this is a cookout.
Salt of the earth. Now that's Jacob's lamb.